Masters.
I had some problems, and no one could seem to solve them. But you found the answer. You told me to take this chance and learn the ways of love, my baby, and all that it has to offer. In time you will see that love won't let you down. You said that you loved me, said hurt only came to pass me. It sounded so convincing that I gave it half a chance and learned the ways of love, my baby. There is so much love inside me, and all that I have, I give my all to you. All my love, baby, and all this love is waiting for you, my baby, my darling, and all my love is waiting for you. Oh, I had some problems, and no one could seem to solve them. But you found the answer. So I gave it half a chance to learn the ways of love, my baby, and all that it has to offer. And all that I have, I give my all to you. All my love, baby, and all this love is waiting for you, my baby, and baby, my sugar, my baby. As the sun has its place up in the sky, I love you so dearly. And all the same, there's no need to wonder why I need you. Please hear me. Say it up to baby. Say it up to darling. Say it, baby. I really love you, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, I really love you, darling. And baby, all say it up to baby. Say it up to darling. Oh, baby, sure enough waiting. Say you love me.
Jazz.
Hey there, little brown girl. I just want you to know that your hair and your lips and your skin, melanin, it's all beautiful. Hey there, little brown girl. I just want you to know it's okay for your nose to have a little bulge. Ain't nothing wrong with having bigger nostrils. Little brown girl, you are so beautiful to me. I hope you see. Hey there, little brown girl, I just want you to see that if your gums aren't pink and your edges aren't asleep, that don't mean you're any less pretty. Hey there, little brown girl, I just want you to see that you are a queen from your crown to your feet. You are the essence of beauty. Little brown girl, you are so so beautiful to me. I hope you see. To all my beautiful little brown girls, please know that you are strong enough to conquer the world. And realize that you're melanated, educated, often imitated, but you're never duplicated. So believe me when I say that you are powerful, you are worthy. And if you're passionate, it doesn't mean you're angry. So keep your head up and let your voice be heard, 'cause you are everything and more that this world needs. Little brown girls, you are so beautiful to me. I hope you see. Hey there, little brown girl, can you do one last thing for me? Walk with grace, claim your space, don't you ever be ashamed, and you'll shine, and you're gonna be happy in your skin, happy with your curves, happy that you can say words no longer hurt, happy with your smile, happy with your style. Happy with your kinky curls, your blackness out in the world. I hope you hear me, little brown girl.
Whoa, you ain't gotta talk about bodies that you never caught. You ain't gotta try to rock Prada, you can buy Lacoste. Tryna follow trends, gonna throw your Zen way. Look in the mirror when you feeling lost. Be yourself, king. Should be yourself. Should be yourself, king. Should be yourself. Should be yourself, king. Should be yourself. And really the greatest thing that you could be is to be yourself. You ain't gotta talk about bodies that you never caught. You ain't gotta try to rock Prada, you can buy Lacoste. Tryna follow trends, gonna throw your Zen way off. Take a good look in the mirror when you feeling lost. Be yourself, king. Should be yourself. Should be yourself, king. Should be yourself. Should be yourself, king. Should be yourself. And really the greatest thing that you could be is to be yourself. It's a whole lot of insecurities on display. When he go and spend his whole advance on a diamond chain. When he tricking off on these hoes trying to fill the void. When he steady popping on these ends trying to numb the pain. When he flexing all on the gram showing off the bands. When he knowing damn well that he got it off a scam. I don't wanna see you do a bid trying to get a lamb. It's a lot of ways to go legit, think about your fam. Cause you ain't gotta lie to kick it. You ain't gotta pop prescription. You ain't gotta load up the stick. You ain't gotta slide on niggas. You ain't gotta spin the block. Cause you ain't really got no ops for real. That's just your ego trying to take over. Really, that's the one that you got to kill. Why everybody wanna be on demon time when your angels gon' ride for real? That feeling of emptiness deep inside is something the money will not fulfill. And we gotta get back alignment with God, cause that's the only way that time will heal. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. You ain't gotta talk about bodies that you never caught. You ain't never caught. Whoa. You ain't gotta try to rock Prada, you can buy Lacoste. You can buy Lacoste. Tryna follow trends, gonna throw your Zen way off. Yeah. Take a good look in the mirror when you feeling lost. Whoa. Be yourself, king. Should be yourself. Be yourself. Should be yourself, king. Should be yourself. Be yourself. Should be yourself, king. Should be yourself. Be yourself. And really the greatest thing that you could be is to be yourself.
Mic check 1 2. Mic motherfucking check. Hold on, try. Hold on, try. Can I get some ghosts in the chat? Can I get some motherfucking TVs in the chat? Y'all know what fucking time it is, nigga? Like, are we loud and clear on the audios and visuals? That's all I want to know. Is my mic working today, or is it acting crazy today? That's all I want to know. I see some ghosts. What's up, Auntie? What's up, my brother Roger? Lawana in the building. What's up, tribe? Top of the morning. Y'all need to y'all. Hey, Sister PG in the building. Bronze in the building. Michelle Marquise in the building. M Locks. What's up with it? Antonio Bryant. What's up with it, tribe? We good? Hey man, let me just say once again, let's give thanks to the motherfucking ancestors for the opportunity for us to exchange energy, love, and information. Try, hey man, when I tell y'all, I need y'all to bang that like button. I need y'all to share that video out one time. We fresh out off a little bit. We fresh out off a little bit, so y'all already know I got some shit for y'all. But before we get to that, man, I got to pump some of this. Like I got to raise the frequency. Y'all niggas be like, why your intro so long? Because I'm cultivating some shit. Every show is a new dish, nigga. Just respect it. You know what I'm saying? It might be macaroni 3 to 5 times out the week, but every time this gonna be some different macaroni, nigga. You understand? So make sure y'all tap that like button. Share this motherfucking video out, tribe. I got a message for you. Y'all ready? Let's go.
I'ma need y'all to clap with me on this one. Clap, 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 clap. Let me just tell you about where I'm from. Hey, where I'm from. Born in the hood, raised in the slums. It's hard raising the sun with these shooters raising their guns with no respect or regard for life. They gon' shoot, bang, 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 and they soul, they scarred for life. All they scream is gang, gang, gang. Where I'm from.
Hey man, I just told y'all ain't ready. I'm about to snatch y'all niggas out the souls now. Your ancestors is about to come out of you now. I'm not playing with y'all today, goddamn it. Y'all ready? Let's go, man.
I'ma need y'all to clap with me on this one. Clap, 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 clap. Let me just tell you about where I'm from. Hey. Where I'm from, born in the hood, raised in the slums. It's hard raising the sun with these shooters raising their guns with no respect or regard for life. They gon' shoot, bang, 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 and they soul, they scarred for life. All they scream is gang, gang, gang. Where I'm from, born in the hood, raised in the slums. It's hard raising the sun with these police raising their guns with no respect, regard for life. They gon' shoot, bang, 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 they soul, they scarred for life. They the real, gang, gang, gang. Who I be, K to the E, I to the T, H to the W, A, double L, A, C to the E. Know my passion, know my life, know my story, know my pain. Guarantee before I die, you people gon' know my name every night and every day. I get on my knees and say to the Lord, thank you for life, health, and strength. Them some things I can't afford. Go to the hood, turn on the news, all you see is black on black, pistols and choppers, liquor and crap, shooting everybody addicted to crack. Bars. And it's sad to say that I'm a witness here to this generation. Need a demonstration, don't kill a nation. Gotta research for the right information. All I know is that I'm tired of waiting. Gotta fight back or get annihilated. Round here, it's a war zone. You either ride with God or you ride with Satan. Where I'm from, born in the hood, raised in the slums. It's hard raising the sun with these shooters raising their guns with no respect or regard for life. They gon' shoot, bang, 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 and they soul, they scarred for life. All they scream is gang, gang, gang. Where I'm from, born in the hood, raised in the slums. It's hard raising the sun with these police raising their guns with no respect, regard for life. They gon' shoot, bang, 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 and they soul, they scarred for life. They the real, gang, gang, gang. Who I be, K to the E, I to the T, H to the W, A, double L, A, C to the E. Know my passion, know my life, know my story, know my pain. Guarantee before I die, you people gon'
don't know my name. Yeah, inactivism is attacking the system, standing up against capitalism. True white boys, lot of Mexicans, but it's mostly blacks in them prisons. No father figure, mama had to raise them and she did it all on her own. She the real goat, she the real queen, go ahead and sit on your throne. Where I'm from, born in the hood, raised in the slums. It's hard raising the sun with these shooters raising their guns with no respect or regard for life. They gon' shoot, bang, 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 and they soul, they scarred for life. All they scream is gang, gang, gang. Where I'm from, born in the hood, raised in the slums. It's hard raising the sun with these police raising their guns with no respect, regard for life. They gon' shoot, bang, 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 and they soul, they scarred for life. They the real gang, gang, gang.
Oh, y'all like that? Y'all like that one a little bit? We got 36 people in the building. Top of the morning, balance of the evening. Y'all like that? Y'all liked a little bit of that? I ain't even gave y'all no. Man, I got so much to do and so little time to do it, tribe. Y'all like that? Let me get some fire emojis, man. Let me get some fire emojis. Y'all like where I'm from? If y'all like that, y'all really gonna like this, okay? Auntie, where my auntie at? My auntie loves some Mike, goddammit. I grew up loving Mike too, goddammit. Everybody wanted to be Michael Jordan or Michael Jackson back in the day. Where my auntie at? Check this out, auntie.
All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. Don't what people say, we know the truth. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. Enough is enough of this garbage.
Listen to my war cry, I'm gifted. I done seen bullets soar by with my own eyes. I'm angelical, I am not of this world, nigga, that's what I'm telling you. My ears are my eyes are my ears. I see what you saying, I hear what you feel. But you ain't talking about too much. That badge and that gun in your hand got you acting too tough. You cry.
Oh my God, oh my goodness, are y'all ready for it? Oh my Woo! Well, y'all better goddamn get your goddamn air conditioners out, boy. This motherfucker, I'm telling you, try. Oh, give thanks to the motherfucking ancestors, boy. There's some ancestors still out here, goddamn. They show themselves every day, man. Welcome to my war cry. Y'all ready? Hold on, man. Y'all ready to hear the war cry, goddamn it? We niggas been waiting on the sound, been waiting on the horn, goddamn. Let me sound the motherfucking horn. Make sure it's working. Let's make sure that the horn is
working. Listen to my war cry, I'm gifted. I done seen bullets soar by with my own eyes. I'm angelical, I am not of this world, nigga, that's what I'm telling you. My ears are my eyes are my ears. I see what you saying, I hear what you feel. But you ain't talking about too much. That badge and that gun in your hand got you acting too tough. You crazy? Real soon niggas gon' bust back. Don't play with me. At the round table we gon' discuss that. We must protect us at all costs. If it means acting like Nat Turner, cutting the master head off, let's do it. Freedom ain't free and peace ain't either. And if you married that woman, don't cheat on her or beat her. Gotta protect the queens. Let them know that we gon' love them, that's by any means. Treat every man like your brother, only if he for the cause though. Cause most of these niggas still living lost though. Miserable lost souls, as the Lord weeps when an angel die. Gangsta paradise, the soundtrack of dangerous minds. I got a dangerous mind. When I aim at swine, turn them pigs to bacon bits. When I'm banging mine, why should I turn the other cheek when you hit me first? Why should I pray for you when you trying to get me murked? That's mind elevation. I walk with both eyes closed, but my third eye's open, nigga. That's how I know to peep all this foolishness. Before I sell my soul for a steak, I'll forever eat tuna fish. Let us bow our head and say a prayer. Heavenly Father, are you listening? Are you there? Do you care about them crackers shooting niggas down? And if you do, let us know what we should do now. War cry, protect the women and the children. Bloody revolution. If you told it, you better pull it. Only a foolish man will believe in this racist system. It's time to fight back. Ain't no more time to play the victim. All Muslims, all Christian, all Jehovah's Witness, all 5%ers. If you black, you still a nigga. Take the veil from off your eyes. I peeped the false statements, allegations, in other words, I saw them lies. Everybody got eyes, but everybody not gon' see. Everybody won't change, but don't nobody wanna bleed. War cry when it's on its own. 2 straps, 1 black and chrome. It's a new world order, and I gotta protect my own. Gotta protect my home. Searching my house without a warning. I spit one at your dome. I'm a man first, you gon' respect that. Violate my human rights, you getting left where you stand at. They're attacking and abusing me. And if you black, keep your black dollars in the black community. No longer will we suffer punishment. Middle finger to the Constitution. Let's build our own government. War cry. Listen to my war cry. Listen to my war cry. Listen to my war cry. My bloody war cry. My bloody war cry. It's time to fight back. The revolution is now. They kill us, and they film themselves killing us. It's time that we reprogram our minds. Time to decode our minds, and when you reach one, teach one. Bah!
Y'all like that? Are y'all lit yet? We got 45 people in the building. Top of the morning balance of the evening. I feel the Aborigines. I feel the Aborigines is out to play today. God damn it. What's up with y'all, tribe? Hold on. Y'all niggas that got me sweating up in this bitch. I'm ready to go. I'm ready. I'm ready to go, nigga. What's up with these niggas, man? Y'all ain't hear that war cry?
Get him out. All my Aborigines tribe up. Dog, I make my own cash. We don't do taxes in a check. Put them taxes in the hood. We don't fuck with the IRS. You don't press your own con, but you show the cop respect. Same one locked up your homie, but you scared to get him back. Man, go get him back in blood. All them bodies that you got, the KKK ain't catch a slug. Fuck a free my homie Asada shit, go get him back in blood. Yeah, you know who locked your homie up, go get him back in blood. If George Zimmerman ain't dead, I don't wanna hear about how you tough. Claim you a shooter when the cops come, you run and toss your gun. While we aiming at each other when we got a bigger war. Niggas musta forgot what this gang banging really for. Man, you niggas really lost. If you don't own your own land, stop walking around like you a boss. Rappers giving bread to charity, go do some shit for real. All that gangster shit you talking, get raped when you take a deal. Man, you niggas ain't on shit. You my brother cause we black, I don't care if you blood or crip. If you don't own your own hood, stop talking gangster. You ain't nip. The rap execs invest in prisons, then use us to fill them shit. Dog, I make my own cash, we don't do taxes in a check. Put them taxes in the hood, we don't fuck with the IRS. You don't press your own con, but you show the cop respect. Same one locked up your homie, but you scared to get him back. Man, go get him back back in blood. All them bodies that you got, the KKK and catch a slug. Fuck a free my homie Asada shit, go get him back in blood. Yeah, you know who locked your homie up, go get him back in blood. Niggas know who locked their homie up, man. Know what I'm saying? It's time we, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying put the guns down, I'm saying we need to change targets, my nigga. You feel me? We aiming at the wrong people. All my aboriginals tribe up, man. Y'all already know how we give it up. And if you don't know what an aboriginal is, tap in. Yeah, you know who locked your homie up. Go get him back in blood.
There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there, telling me I got to beware. I think it's time we stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds are getting so much resistance from behind. Time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street, singing songs and a carrying signs. Mostly say hooray for our side. It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Strikes deep into your life, it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man come and take you away. We better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We better stop now. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We better stop. Children, what's that sound?
Fire, bro. That's gonna be the fire starter right there. Grind. I'm grinding.
All right, there.
They used to tell me I never would be shit. I never bought what they selling on that ship.
I appreciate it. If you ain't like keep the video on. Get some posts in the chat. In the chat. Let everything know everything. Click. So, man, we got 45 people into the bank. California, 35 from one time. We probably some turn down. I'm not chopping down with the music. They might be shit. They don't know how to ride with niggas yet. It's okay though. Choppy. We good. Choppy. No, hey. Let me know if I need to switch over. Hey, no.
All right. Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are we good now? Still breaking up? Get some shout out. Shout out to Yanita in the building, the ancient one in the building, Balioso. I see Michelle Marquise in the building. Don P, Copper Hue Collections. What's up, tribe? I see my sister PG in the building. Laz Boogie in the building. See my brother Marcus Adamu, Aboriginal Reacts in the building. 203 Low Gang in the building. See my auntie in the building. Imperfected Perfections in the building. Epic Studies is in the motherfucking building. What's up, tribe? Ray Simone in the building. I see Nike in the building. What's up, tribe? Juan, Truth. What's up, gang? Luana Hedge Pair, my brother Roger W. All right, tribe. Let me see. I get everybody. Stephanie Burke, Antonio Bryant, Craig Lloyd. What's up, tribe? Am Locks, Bronze. We are fresh out of our YouTube bid. It was on some bullshit. We had to do 7 days. We done got our first strike in the first month of the goddamn year, so we gotta tread light. We done got our first strike in the first year. Maybe they trying to tell us something. But either way, we are streaming live on dvdstore.shop as well as the Wow of the Old Geechee's backup channel. Make sure if you're not subscribed to the backup channel, make sure y'all go there right now. Subscribe to the Wow of the Old Geechee's. We are live there as well as dvdstore.shop. Shout out to the DVD Army. This episode is brought to you by the Digital Black Dollar, all of our affiliates, and got some new shit as always. Got some new shit for y'all. We're gonna keep y'all dripped out for every season. There is an Aborigine clothing line that has some shit for every season, you know? Shout out to the design team. Shout out to the design team. I got one of the best in the world, trying. Just letting y'all know. I got one of the best design teams. I got one of the best promotion teams. Shout out to the tribes, man. We got 53 people in the building. Bang that like, but share the video out one time. All right, tribe. I ain't gonna make y'all wait too long, but I will, because I don't give a damn. I'm taking my time. I came in early just to take my time. You know what I'm saying? So they say, and they've been saying, that the Gullah Geechee come from Gola and the Gola people. Y'all ready to dispel that myth today? Y'all ready for these niggas to stop fucking playing with me and my people? I am. Ooh. Let me see what I got over here in the background. Let's start the day off right. Let me get my shit together back here. All right, we gonna start with some basic shit. Niggas like to play on our intelligence, but see, our ancestors keep us tapped in, drive. Right again. So they tell us that the Gullah people and their culture and the diaspora see Gullah disambiguation. Geechee redirects here. For other uses, see Geechee. So Gullah Geechee. Right. As we see, we've been here not too long ago. We see a traditional Gullah Geechee woman practicing her ancestral culture of basket weave, right? Sweetgrass. So just to be clear, sweetgrass sweetgrass, ladies and gentlemen, for all those who didn't know, who thought maybe we were slow. Anybody see any problems with this? They keep trying to make the Gullahs African, but yet everything around them is native to the Americas. Their culture, their language. Let me give a shout out real quick. Shout out to my brother Jordan Johnson for sending in a donation, as well as my brother Marcus Adamu for sending in 2 donations. That will be our first, second, and third donation on our first giveaway. 5 more donations or more, we'll lock in our first giveaway for tomorrow. 5 donations of $8 or more, excuse me. We'll lock in our first giveaway for tomorrow. Make sure that y'all bang that like button, share the video out, and support the channel if you're enjoying today's stream. Okay. So they say that the Gullahs, let me give y'all a little more different background. So the Gullahs, right? Let me take some of this shit down. So I watch Bitcoin and teach at the same time. All right, so they say the Gullah's culture is sweetgrass, right? Making sweetgrass baskets, as they say. And sweetgrass is native to the southern Atlantic and Gulf coast. Ironically, same place they say is like the Mississippian culture. So we got the sweetgrass that the Gullah people make basket out of. It's native to the Mississippian region. We'll just call it that, for lack of a better term, right? Okay. So one of their main cultural practices, they couldn't practice the culture unless they had access to the resources in which they're practicing the culture with. You understand? So it can't be a part of your culture if it's not accessible to you, right? That's like saying a specific crop that's native to Africa, right? We find it in an American culture, right? Even though you can't have this American tribe without this African crop. You understand? Because the African crop is what this American tribe, and I'm just playing a role reversal, utilizes to practice their culture. You understand what I'm saying? So it doesn't make sense. So once again, they want us to believe that the Gullah Geechees are Africans, right? But yet they're practicing culture that is found to be Aboriginal, right? Once again, let's go back. So now that we know that sweetgrass comes from the southeastern United States, Mississippian region, let me clear this out real quick. So remember, they estimate that this population is only 200,000, which is roughly, 100,000 less than what they said they brought all through that same region. Right, they say they brought like 300 and something thousand African slaves through that port in Charleston, right? Yet the Gullah people only have 200,000 people. Wouldn't it make sense that, considering that most of the people who have family that's attached to the South, right, they have Gullah or Geechee ancestry? But yet there's only 200,000 of us? Don't look right. Don't sound right to me. There's only 200,000. And they say the regions are North, South, Georgia, and Florida, right? So let's be slow real quick. Let's be slow a little bit. All the slow niggas in the back. So we're here. So they say that the Gual and the Gullah, they not the same, right? But ironically, they stay in the same place as this Mississippian tribe, right? This Mississippian tribe has the same region, right? Now they're saying that disease, just like all the other machine gun blankets that they brought, killed off all the indigenous folk. And so they replaced them with some Africans, right? Now, right here, it says they extinct as a tribe. Their regions is the Georgia Sea Island, right? Related ethnic groups, the Mississippian culture, possibly the ancestors of the Muskogee and Creek people. So how could they be the extinct if they're possibly the ancestors of all Muskogean people. All Muskogean Creeks. I don't know. But check this out, y'all. So we got this people. They say from Africa, right? So, when we was here last time, we seen that it was attached to West Africans, right? So I did a little digging. I went in, I said, well, what the hell is West Africa? Like, what are they saying exactly? Okay. West Africans primarily speak Niger-Congo languages, belonging mostly though not exclusively, to its non-Bantu branches, though some Nilo-Saharan and Afro-Asiatic speaking groups are also found in West Africa. The Niger-Congo speaking Yoruba, Igbo, Fulani, Akan, and Wolof ethnic groups are the largest and most influential. And see, these is the ones that they always attach you to through the damn ancestry, right? So let's go back to Gullah real quick. So they say the Gullahs is related to the West Africans and all these Afro-Indigenous groups, right? So let's read about them a little bit. So the Gullah are an African-American ethnic group who predominantly live in the low country region of the United States of South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, with the coastal plains and within the coastal plains and the Sea Islands. Their language and cultures have preserved a significant influence in Africanisms as a result of the historical geographic isolation and the community's relation to their shared history and identity. Let's start there. So these people were able to retain their Africanness, even though they were coming through one of the most busiest ports that America had, right? Somehow these Africans were able to be secluded from the rest of the slavery population. How they do that? In the heart of it. All right, Marcus, I'll check, gang. You might be right. Shout out to my brother Chata Boom and my sister Yanita Ya for sending in 2 donations. That's the 4th and 5th donations on our first 8 for 8. And if Marcus is correct, which he probably is, he sent me 2 donations. So we'll go ahead and lock that in, OG. So we'll just say that's the 6th and the 7th. One more donation of excuse me, $8 or more. We'll lock in our first giveaway for tomorrow. Make sure y'all bang that like button, share the video out. Okay. So they retain a certain amount of their Africanisms, even though they was coming through the busiest slave port in the United States that allegedly brought more slaves through there than any other place, right? So how did they remain isolated exactly to retain their Africanisms, as they say, right? How was that possible? Well, let's click on it and see what they mean by Africanisms. So they're saying Africanisms refers to characteristics of African culture that can be traced through societal practices and institutions of the African diaspora. Characteristics of African culture that can be traced through societal practices and institutions of the African diaspora. Throughout history, the dispersed descendants of Africans have retained many forms of their ancestral African culture. Also common throughout history is the misunderstandings of these remittances and their meanings. The term usually refers to the cultural and linguistic practices of West and Central Africans who were transported to the Americas during the transatlantic slave trade. The term usually refers to cultural and linguistics. So African culture or Africanisms is only talking about niggas in slavery. Interesting. Africanisms have influenced the culture of the diverse countries in North and South America and in the Caribbean through the language, music, dance, food, animal husbandry, medicine, and folklore. Africanisms. So they say this is the most African people. All right. So historically, the Gullah region extended from the Cape Fear area of North Carolina's coast south to the vicinity of Jacksonville on Florida's coast. The colored people and their language are also called Geechee, which may be derived from the name Ogeechee River near Savannah, Georgia. Gullah is a term that was originally used to designate the Creole dialect of English spoken by Gullahs. Hold on now. Don't these motherfuckers always say, like, we speak African language. We speak Gullah. We speak Gullah. It got African loan words. Does it? So originally Gullah was to designate the Creole dialect. Now, what do you notice about Creole, y'all? Let me make this bigger for y'all. Let me show y'all niggas some shit, man. What do we notice when I highlight Creole? What that look like to y'all? They say this Creole tribe. Do this look familiar? Y'all know what it looked like to me? We got 66 people in the building. Bang that like button, share the video out. Let me show y'all what it looked like. Let me go to the background. Let's see if I can find something real quick. Let me see if I can find something real quick. Give me 1 second. See if I can find some of these shits. Oh, they being funny today. What I was gonna say though, and I was gonna show. Don't this look eerily similar to what they call a Native American? Look how it's spelled. Like if you was gonna write out some native shit in English, ain't that shit kind of how that would look? Ain't that the same way? Like when they be explaining the like the way to describe the word type shit. Like and they when you doing history on the native tribes and shit like that, they'll tell you the original name of some shit, and it'll be spelt just like this. Am I tripping? We got 69 people in the building. Bang that like button. Share the video out one time for me. Let me give a shout out to Lawana Hedgepath for sending a donation, locking in our first 8 for 8. Then I got my dog Pete Shell sending in 2 donations, and my sister Sylvia Jones sending in a donation. That will be our 3rd donation on our second 8 for 8. We need 5 more donations of $8 or more that will lock in our second giveaway. So yeah, ironically, they say Creole Gullah is the Creole dialect, and when we let's slide on Creole for a second. Slide on Creole. While I'm doing that, let me go ahead and lock in these giveaways in the background so that I know what we got going on. We done locked in one. 5 more. We'll lock in a second. All right. So they saying the Creole language, or simply Creole, is a stable, natural language that develops from the process of different languages, simplifying and mixing into a new form, often a pidgin, and then that form expanding and elaborating into a full-fledged language with native speakers. Hmm. The concept is similar to that of a mixed or hybrid language. Creoles are often characterized by a tendency to systemize their inherited grammar by eliminating irregularities or regularizing the conjunction of otherwise irregular verbs. Like any language, Creoles are characterized by a constant or a consistent system of grammar, possesses large, stable vocabularies, and are acquired by children as their native language. These 3 features distinguish a Creole language from a pidgin. Creolistic or Creology is the study of Creole languages, and as such is a subfield of linguistics. Someone who engages in this study is called a Creolist. Creole is believed to arise when a pidgin developed by adults for the use of a second language becomes the native and primary language of their children, process known as nativization. Hold on, goddammit. I need to get the camera on. Nativization. Nativization, so So Pigeon Creole life cycle was studied by American linguist Robert Hall in the 1960s. Let's get into this native to introduction. So nativization is the process through which, in the virtual absence of native speakers, a language undergoes new phonological, morphological, syntactical, semantic, and stylistic changes. And gains new native speakers. This happens necessarily when a second language used by an adult parent becomes the native language of their children. Nativization has been of a particular interest to linguists and to Creolists, more specifically where the second language concerned is a pidgin. It was previously thought by scholars that nativization was simply interlanguage fossilization, a step taken during second language acquisition by learners who apply rules of their first language to the second. However, recent studies now suggest that nativization is simply another form of language acquisition. Several explanations of Creole genesis have relied on prior nativizations of Pidgin as a stage in achieving Creoleness. This is true for Hall's 1966 notion of the Pidgin Creole life cycle, as well as Bickerton's language bioprogram theory. There are a few undisputed examples of Creoles arising from nativization of a pidgin by children. Sounds like colonization to me, and maybe I'm speaking. But anyway, so go back. So Gullah is a term originally designated for the Creole dialect of English spoken by Gullah and Geechee people. So Gullah and Geechee people, they speak English. They don't speak no African fucking tongue, okay? Stop lying. Stop fucking playing with people's ancestry, okay? Geechees don't speak no motherfucking another language, nigga, okay? They speak English. They speak a variation, a dialect, right? But it's still English. Let's be clear. They didn't come from the woods with the words and the language already, okay? Let's be clear. So, over time, its speakers have used the term to formally refer to their Creole language and distinctive ethnic identity as a people. Now, let's be clear. There's two different things. People who speak a language don't necessarily mean they blood related. Let's start there. There's a lot of people speak Spanish. Do they all? Are they all fucking family? You know, there's a lot of people that speak English. Are they all family? No. There's a lot of people who speak Niger, Congo variations of languages. That mean they all family? No. So peopling a group of people based off their language does not solidify whether these people are actually blood related or not. It only shows the similar shared language that they share. That would make them a people, yeah, because they share the same language. Does that mean that they're the same people because they speak the same language? Shout out to my brother Roger W for sending in 2 donations for the giveaways. That's our 4th and 5th donations on our second giveaway. Let me lock that in. 3 more donations of $8 or more will lock in our second giveaway for tomorrow. Let me get this in. So this is one of the mistakes of archaeology and just scientific literature and study in general. That's their methodology is faulty. right? They start with, because y'all speak the same language and y'all in the similar or same region, y'all must be the same niggas. That's not always the case, okay? So over time, its speakers have used this term to formally refer to their Creole language and distinctive ethnic identity as a people. The Georgia communities are distinguished by identifying as either freshwaters or saltwater, backwaters, as the other Geechee brother would say, depending on whether they live on the mainland or the sea island, because of a period of relative isolation from whites. Now, wait a minute. How could slaves who was working for the white man on the plantation, the African slaves, who came from Africa, didn't know shit, but the white man and his African slave, how did he remain relatively isolated from the white man? How did every population in America, enslaved or not enslaved, they suffered from the colonization of the white man, right? Everybody's mixed because the white man just came through and laid everybody's grandma, allegedly, right? But somehow you got these people dead in the heart of slave country, dead in the heart of the slave ports, and they remain relatively secluded. How, Sway? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. We got 79 people in the building. Can I get a like check, please? We're gonna motherfucking take a 60-second break. Bang that like button. Share the video out. Let's go.
All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. Don't what people say, we know the truth. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. Enough is enough of this garbage.
Listen to my war cry, I'm gifted. I done seen bullets soar by with my own eyes. I'm angelical, I am not of this world, nigga, that's what I'm telling you. My ears are my eyes are my ears. I see what you saying, I hear what you feel. But you ain't talking about too much. That badge and that gun in your hand got you acting too tough. You crazy? Real soon niggas gon' bust back. Don't play with me. At the round table we gon' discuss that. We must protect us at all costs. If it means acting like Nat Turner, cutting the master head off, let's do it. Freedom ain't free and peace ain't either. And if you married that woman, don't cheat on her or beat her. Gotta protect the queens. Let them know that we gon' love them, that's by any means. Treat every man like your brother, only if he for the cause though. Cause most of these niggas still living lost though. Miserable lost souls, as the Lord weeps when an angel die. Gangsta paradise, the soundtrack of dangerous minds. I got a dangerous mind, when I aim at swine. Turn them pigs to bacon bits when I'm banging mine. Why should I turn the other cheek when you hit me first? And why should I pay for you when you trying to get me murked? That's mind elevation. I walk with both eyes closed, but my third eye's open, nigga. That's how I know the people all is foolishness. Before I sell my soul for a steak, I'll forever eat tuna fish. Let us bow our head and say a prayer. Heavenly Father, are you listening? Are you there? Do you care about them crackers shooting niggas down? And if you do, let us know what we should do now. War cry, protect the women and the children. Bloody revolution. If you told it, you better pull it. Only a foolish man will believe in this racist system. It's time to fight back. Ain't no more time to play the victim. All Muslims, all Christian, all Jehovah's Witness, all 5%ers. If you black, you still a nigga. Take the veil from off your eyes. I peeped the false statements, allegations, and other words. I saw them lies. Everybody got eyes, but everybody not gon' see. Everybody won't change, but don't nobody wanna bleed. War cry when it's on its own. Two straps, one black and chrome. It's a new world order, and I gotta protect my own. Gotta protect my home. Searching my house without a warning. I spit one at your dome. I'm a man first, you gon' respect that. Violate my human rights, you getting left where you stand at. They attacking and abusing me. And if you black, keep your black dollars in the black community. No longer will we suffer punishment. Middle finger to the Constitution. Let's build our own government. War cry. Listen to my war cry. Listen to my war cry. Listen to my war cry. My bloody war cry. My bloody war cry. It's time to fight back. The revolution is now. They kill us, and they film themselves killing us. It's time that we reprogram our minds. Time to decode our minds. And we reach one.
Right. Hey, Geechees, they putting some dirt on our name, Geechees. We gotta motherfucking clean this shit up. You niggas that tried to Africanize my motherfucking ancestors, nigga. You done fucked up fucking with me and mine. I promise you. I'm gonna be on y'all neck as I have been for the last decade. And I'm still young, nigga. I got another 2, 3, 4, 5 decades to bust y'all motherfucking head. I'm just letting you know. So, back to these Gullah niggas. Back to these Africas of the Africas from Angola, as they say with they bullshit. Let's get into it. Check it. So, because of a period of relative isolation from whites while working on large plantations. So how did you work on large plantations away from white folks? South Carolina had one of the biggest populations of nigger slave owners. And niggas was able to work in relatively isolation. A whole ethnic group of people. Now, we ain't talking about like a few niggas over here, a few niggas. No, we talking about hundreds of thousands of niggas. Okay? In the heat of slavery, in the heat of the slave port, where they brought more niggas from Africa than they brought from anywhere else. You had niggas on plantations away from crackers. That don't even, where the fuck did they do that at? When was that a reality? I don't remember that. I don't remember them telling us that when they was having your baby dress up as the slave and shit, which they try to do every motherfucking year. I don't remember there being no white people on the plantations, and niggas was just relatively just kicking it, apparently. Let me drop this link real quick, in case anybody want to come kick it. So we got these ethnic group of people who has an eerily similar name to these people, who may be possibly the ancestors. They are part of the Mississippian culture. Let's just stop there. How do we know they're a part of the Mississippian culture? Because they're finding similar artifacts in the same regions, right? This is what it's attaching this culture by artifacts, right? By cultural attributes that's found in other places in the Mississippian region. That's how they know, oh, this is Mississippian. Because Mississippians do a certain thing. They have certain cultural attributes that's only attested to them. And the reason that it's only attested to them, ladies and gentlemen, is because you are, to a certain extent, you are subject to your environment. So if you don't have sweetgrass that's growing native to the land, well, then you can't really generate or create sweetgrass basket making in your culture. You don't have sweetgrass to cultivate. And so Without sweet grass, you can't make sweet grass baskets. Thus forth, you won't have it in your culture. But for an indigenous people or a people who it grows native to the lands, right? Then naturally these people would form a relationship with the agriculture, the crops, and the natural resources that sustain the land and sustain them. Okay? So you, once again, you can't have sweet grass baskets in your culture if you don't have sweet grass. Okay, so we got these people who got this similar culture that they saying Mississippian and possibly the ancestors of the motherfucking Creek. These people just went out of extinction and existence, y'all. Okay, these people went out of extinction and existence, right? Now they say majority of them was shattered by infectious disease, right? Some of the surviving remnants, right, migrated to the missions areas in Spanish Florida, but there was already Guaos in Spanish Florida. That's what they're not telling you either, right? The Guaos, the Geechees, they was already in Spanish Florida. So like retreating to Spanish Florida will only be going back to some more niggas, some Guao niggas, some Guao townships or whatever the fuck they call villages or whatever. Now they saying joining with other survivors, they became known as the Yamasee. Now when they say an ethnically mixed group that emerged in a process of ethnogenesis, what they trying to get you to think is that these people is some motherfucking mestizos. Okay? But we talking about different Indian tribes, allegedly through war, different cultures. They could be the same bloodline. They could come from the same men and women down the line. We talking about different cultures, right? Different practices. So a Creek mixed with a Cherokee, now that baby's ethnically mixed. Understand? A Christian mixed with a Muslim, that baby is religiously mixed. So back to these niggas. So they say that they were able to be in relative isolation from whites while working on large plantations in rural areas. The Africans enslaved from a variety of Central and West African ethnic groups. Okay, they never talk about Central Africa and their heritage or their connection to the people in Central Africa. They only talk about West African, Gold Coast, hunter-gatherer, Bantu, Niger, Congo speaking people. Hey, Auntie, Grand Rising, how you doing this morning?
Grand Rising, nephew. I'm good. I'm sitting over here trying to battle this cold. It's trying to come. It's trying to get me, but I'm working hard to stop it.
And we just had a fucking blizzard. We had a blizzard for like the last motherfucking 4 days, nigga.
Yeah, I was dead for 2 days. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's fucked up.
I had to get out there, go get my clients. Yeah. I'm over here drinking. I got all my herbs and letting them steep so I can drink them.
Yeah, get you some of that ginger. Nigga tell me get some lemon, some ginger, some arugula. Like nigga just start throwing.
I just took my wild oregano oil.
Oregano oil, yeah, black seed oil. Nigga that taught me how to be healthy, nigga, and I don't even be trying to be, nigga. Just can't be around niggas who know about this shit and not know about this shit. You know, you can act like you, nigga. You know, nigga. You can't.
I usually start taking my wild oregano oil early, but I hadn't took it. And this some potent ass shit. This wild oregano oil, just for a little bit. 1 ounce bottle is almost $50, and it's strong and nasty as hell.
Oh yeah, that's that pure drop. They gave you some of that Peruvian oregano. straight off the brick.
Yeah. Yeah, that part.
That's a brick. Shit straight off the brick. You need one pin. You need one pinpoint worth of oregano oil, nigga. It'll knock out anything. Nigga. So, Auntie, what you think about these Africans that was on the plantations away from white folks? Right here, they say they had relative isolation from whites while working on large plantations in rural areas.
Don't sound like no slaves to me. It sounds like some people don't went to work. That's what it sounds like
But
to me. It don't sound like no slaves. Some Negroes hard to do.
How did they get from the boats? Right, they came on boats. How did they get from the boats to these plantations to be isolated from crackers? Like, how did that process? Do they tell us what happened?
It don't add up. It damn sure, that don't add up at all. I thought the Caucasian was the slave master. I mean, he did a whole lot of touring and walking through land he knew not a motherfucking thing about. And for him not to be here, how he know what crops it was?
And they say he was conquering and killing everything he saw if he wanted it. Now, how was these niggas on the plantation growing crops?
And in the midst of conquering and killing everything, he was learning what crop is what and how to farm it. It ain't adding up. I mean, at this point, if anybody listening to people that's still saying dumb shit like this, and they literally show you how dumb, they even wrote it. So you can Google this shit, and then you can't decipher this shit, something ain't right. You need to just leave it alone. Just go and sit your ass in the corner and let those who are discipling the shit know what the fuck is going on, so we can tell the people what the fuck happened. I'm just saying, because the shit is stupid at this point.
Now, I done been talking to some people on TikTok. I'm back in TikTok jail, by the way. I had 5 minutes out yesterday, and they put my ass right back in jail.
What?
Yeah, I didn't even say shit. You know, they say TikTok has a misinformation policy. Anything that could be harmful to any communities, whether it be physical, psychological. Like, I read the whole shit. It's maniacal, man. This shit say you can't cause physical or psychological disruption. Like, if you fuck with if you try to make anybody think or anything of that nature, that could be considered misinformation. So yeah.
Well, I think we could be able to sue TikTok. What y'all think? Because y'all over there got people calling us black.
I think
ain't that misinformation?
I think TikTok is a walk-in lawsuit. I'm telling you, the way, like, I know for a fact I got a case on TikTok as much as they locked my ass up for no reason. If we had to go in front of court and they had to show every time they locked me up and had to show why, oh yeah, I'm coming out with a check. I'm coming out with a check.
I'm doing a whole lot of fucker over there. Like I said, these people who over here that's been conquering and claiming, excluding the Caucasoid and the Asians. They all the same people, make no mistake. And some of the Africans that y'all want to claim, they all part of the Asian pack. So definitely they're gonna stop you from doing whatever you gotta do from it's about truth anyway, because them motherfuckers don't know nothing about truth. They still got people calling us black, and black is not a nationality. Black is not a people. But yet you allow these people keep over there putting black in the comment. Y'all Africans, y'all black, and this, that, and the third. That's misinformation.
That's exactly what they did with it when that jab came out. They told people they can't talk about it because it's misinformation. Then come back and say, well, you can talk about it now. Like, wait a minute, because all the information you were saying that was misinformation, it was true now. So you can say it now. Like, wait a minute, you just took my channel down last year because I was talking about this shit. Now niggas up talking about it and it's cool. Like, wait a minute. That's like legalizing weed after you locked up a whole generation for 20 years for having a 20 bag. and now weed legal, and you ain't letting nobody go. Like it's just like, what the fuck?
Nobody go.
You ain't let a soul loose. We got 85 people in the building. Bang that like button. Share the video out for me one time. So listen to this shit. So we got Africans on the plantation with relative isolation from whites while working in rural areas. Now, how would these be rural areas if this is where the Spanish was and this is where all the people was coming in from? What would be rural about the areas, right? Like how would, and then once again, how would these slaves fresh off the boat from Africa who speak African, how are they getting to these plantations to work relatively white folk free? I don't understand. But anyway, it says
it's fine arguing.
so. It says enslaved. Now listen, y'all. This is the word that causes a cognitive dissonance effect on people. Okay, I'm about to teach y'all some shit. I'm gonna show y'all some shit. So when you see the word enslaved, what's the first thing niggas think about?
A melanated, dark-skinned man
On a boat, in the trunk of a ship.
Yeah.
See, that's how you know you've been brainwashed, right? So let's go to the etymology. Okay. So enslave is a verb, right? So enslave is to make a slave, to reduce to slavery or bondage. Okay. To make into a slave. Okay. So to enslave someone is to reduce to slavery or bondage, right? Now, when they say these Gullah people, right, are enslaved, that's not necessarily saying they came from a certain place or that narrative applies to them. You understand? Because enslavement just means, once again, to have someone put you in bondage or reduce you to slavery. Okay, and we already know that slave goes back to these crackers, right? So let's read this real quick. The oldest written history of the Slavs can be shortly summarized: myriads of slave hunts and the enthrallment of entire peoples. Y'all listening? The Slav was the most prized of human goods. Hold on, nigga. Did y'all hear this? Did y'all see this? Did anybody see this? The Slav was the most prized of all human goods, with increased strength outside his marshy land of origin, hardened to the utmost against all privation, industrious content, with little, good-humored, and cheerful. He filled the slave markets of Europe, Asia, and Africa. Hold on, Nick. Wait a minute. God damn it. I need my gunshot. God damn it, for dramatic effect. So when we just a simple search, right? So for one, let's go back here because I don't want to lose y'all. I want y'all to. So the reason we got to this point is because they telling us Africans, right? The Africans, right? Enslaved from a variety of Central and West African ethnic groups, right? So they saying they were enslaved from these people. So that's why we went to enslave. Now, when we look at enslave, right? It tells us in, right? It's just into, right? And then slave, right? And when it's giving us context of the Slav, right? Now it's telling us that the Slav was the most prized of human goods. Okay. Fast forward to today, they tell us that the slave was the most prized, right? The African slave. Okay. Just listen to it. They added one vowel And they turned Slavs into slaves, and they turned them into you. So listen to the history of them. They say that he filled the slave markets of Europe, Asia, and Africa. Did it just say one place in Africa? Did it just say only up in this part? Huh? Because that's what the naysayers would attempt to try to undermine. They would say, well, it was white folks in slavery, but it was only in the north, yeah, northern parts near the North Pole. Like, wait, what? Like, wait a minute, what? Why don't they tell us about the history of the Slav being the most prized of human goods? When was this? Anybody know? When was the Slav the most prized of human goods and filled the markets of Europe, Asia, and Africa? So how would Slavs, so you saying white people was enslaving other white people? And then they got to America and said, no, we are all white supremacy now? Wait a minute. That don't add up. Niggas got to America. It was like, you know what, man? All that white slaving we was doing, we don't even believe that shit no more. Like, what? How did people who knew about slavery, these people was enslaved, they was the prized possessions. Then all of them got to America and was like, now the slaves are enslaving everybody, right? So it says, it must be remembered that for every Slavonic slave who reached his destination, at least 10 succumbed to inhumane treatment during transport. Ain't that the same shit they tell you about your motherfucking African ancestors, nigga? How come you niggas got the same motherfucking story as the Slavs?
Thanks.
So the word
that's if you even go with the word African, it says those are Caucasian.
Well, this would make sense, right? Like, once again, they turned you into the Slav. You the Slav, man. Right? But then you the African Slav. You see what I'm saying? They say you the African Slav. They put an E on it and said you're an African slave. And then they gave you this history of the Slavs. Listen. It says for every one that made it to the market, like they talking about this motherfucker like they cattle. Ain't that how they say they talk about your people? You know, chattel slavery or cattle slavery, you know? 10 succumb to inhumane treatment during transport and to the heat of the climate. To the heat. They died of the heat. So, indeed, Ibrahim, 10th century himself, in all probability, a slave dealer says, and the Slavs cannot travel to Lombardy. Hold on, Lombardy. Green Bay. They said that on account of the heat, which is fatal to them, hence their high price. So they couldn't stand the heat, and that made them more expensive. Well, they was like, you know, them little ugly bullies. The more ugly and mutated they look, you know, they're more expensive. Like, the more deformed the nigga face is and shit, and like, he's more rare. You know what I'm saying? Nigga more rare and shit. Nigga jawbone, left side of his jawbone is 6 inches longer than the right. Nigga, he's rare. So It continues to say the Arabian geographer of the 9th century tells us how the Magars and the Pontus, the Pontus steppe dominated all the slaves or the Slavs dwelling near them. The Magars made raids upon them, upon the Slavs, and took their prisoners along the coast of Kirk, where the Byzantines came to meet them and gave the Greek brocades and such wares in exchange for the prisoners. Sound like the same shit they say they did to you. The meaning of one who has lost the power of resistance. Slave. The one who has lost the power to resistance, try. Damn. Let me zoom that in. To some habit or vice is from 1550s, especially those which are controlled by others. Also to begin to use in the sense of serf, Slav, pre-Aryan inhabitant of India. Gross Dictionary 1785 has under Negro, blackamoor. So you see how it went from all of these Slavics to now it's Negro or blackamoor, figuratively used for a slave without regard to race. So originally it started as an ethnic group. It started as a race, right? Now it ain't about race, though. It's just blackamoor Negroes that's slaves. How convenient is that? Hold on 1 second, gang. We're gonna take a 30-second break, and then we're gonna get back with y'all. Let me get y'all speed.
You ain't gotta talk about bodies that you never caught. You ain't gotta try to rock Prada, you can buy Lacoste. Tryna follow trends, gonna throw your zen way off. Take a good look in the mirror when you feeling lost. Be yourself, king. Should be yourself. Should be yourself, king. Should be yourself. Should be yourself, king. Should be yourself. And really the greatest thing that you could be is to be yourself. It's a whole lot of insecurities on display. When he go and spend his whole advance on a diamond chain. When he tricking off on these hoes trying to fill the void. When he steady popping on these ends trying to numb the pain. When he flexing all on the gram showing off the bands. When he knowing damn well that he got it off a scam. I don't wanna see you do a bid trying to get a lamb. It's a lot of ways to go legit, think about your fam. Cause you ain't gotta lie to kick it. You ain't gotta pop prescription. You ain't gotta load up the stick. You ain't gotta slide on niggas. You ain't gotta spin the block. Cause you ain't really got no ops for real. That's just your ego trying to take over. Really, that's the one that you got to kill. Why everybody wanna be on demon time when your angels gon' ride for real? That feeling of emptiness deep inside is something the money will not fulfill. And we gotta get back alignment with God, cause that's the only way that time will heal. Yeah. You ain't gotta talk about bodies that you never caught. You ain't never caught. You ain't gotta try to rock Prada, you can buy Lacoste. You can buy Lacoste. Tryna follow trends, gonna throw your zen way off. Take a good look in the mirror when you feeling lost. Be yourself, king. Should be yourself. Should be yourself, king. Should be yourself. Should be yourself, king. Should be yourself. And really the greatest thing that you could be is to be yourself.
All right, mic check. Trying to go back on my headset. Mic check. Mic check. Get some goats in the chat. TVs in the chat. Make sure we live. Go ahead. I see you. Choppy. He's choppy on this.
I can hear you. My damn Wi-Fi over here messing up already. I can hear you. Who we got in here named Floyd Miller? Do we got a Dr. in here?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my mic on my other shit, so I'm gonna try to keep it like this. 96 people in the building. I appreciate if y'all bang that like button, share the video out one time. Top of the morning, balance of the evening. Hope everybody's doing well this grand rising. So, they say they took the Central and West African ethnic groups and they developed a Creole culture. When we just reading that Creole is about like linguistics, so basically they just saying a mixed culture, a hybrid culture, right? So, hold on, I ain't even on the right page. It says that preserved much of their African linguistics and cultural heritage. So there should be some African words all throughout their patois or their Creole, correct? If their shit is coming from Africa, then it gotta have some African shit, right? Let me bring Armin Rain in the building. Mic check. Armin Rain, what's good?
What's cracking, man?
Can't call it.
How long them hoodies gonna be on there?
Till it get warm.
Oh yeah, them boys fire. I'll have to call me one. Probably this Saturday.
Hey man, it's a few ways you can get your hands on one. You could be a winner of the Digital Black Dollar Giveaway Fridays, or they are available on dbdstore.shop. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all tap in.
It's in the description, right?
It's in the chat. Sure, my moderators are posting the links for if y'all want links to specific hoodies, y'all gotta ask specifically for the mods. You know what I'm saying? They have all the access to all of the links. Okay, so we got African linguistic and cultural heritage from various peoples they say that the Gullah have. In addition, they absorb new influences from the region. What region? What region did they get those new influences? If they had African, they saying they was African already before they left. But then they say now all of a sudden they absorb new influences from the region. Why are they being so ambiguous about the influences in which they absorbed? It may be because they want to give off the impression that these people are the most Africans of the African people, right? If we can make the Geechees African, then the rest of you niggas definitely African. Understand the play. So it says they absorb new influences from the region. The region has to be, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, in that area, because this is allegedly the region in which they brought all these people into. You know what I'm saying? The Gullah people speak an English-based Creole language containing many African loanwords and influenced by African language in grammar and sentence structure. Sometimes referred to as a Sea Island Creole by linguists and scholars, the Gullah language is sometimes considered as being similar to Bahamian Creole, Barbadian Creole, Guyanese Creole, Belizean Creole, Jamaican Patois, and Sierra Leone Creole. Let's just talk about this. So, allegedly, there's 830,000 native Creole speakers. Let's see what the history says. Let me see. We have some history. Where is the history at? Damn, where is the history at? They got all of this. We just want to see the history of the language. How long they've been speaking Creole. Damn. They won't even tell us, y'all. Did y'all see a history section and I just missed it? It's the history of Creole. See the breakdown of it, but where's the history? Might have to look into that. I don't see no history on it. How long they've been speaking this shit, all right? Okay, here we go.
It's so damn old it ain't even documented.
Well, it says language origin. So let's see what it says. It says one theory suggests that early roots of Creole go back to the slave trade. Well, wait a minute. If it goes back to the slave trade, then it ain't an African thing, right? That means it's specifically associated with that instance, right? And not necessarily Africa. But anyway, it says it goes back to the Atlantic slave trade era in the 17th to 18th centuries when an English-based pidgin language, which is they say is West African Pidgin English, also called Guinea Coast Creole English, arose to facilitate the coastal trade between Europeans and Africans. This early pidgin later became the lingua franca of regional trade amongst West Africans themselves, and likely spread up the river systems to the African interior. After the founding of Freetown, this pre-existing pidgin was incorporated into the speech of various groups of freed slaves landed in Sierra Leone between 1787 and 1855. Hold on. Oh. So they say that Creole with the C comes from Creole with the K. If they both come back to the same place.
Yeah.
How that work? They come back to the same time period. They come back to the same in history. Now they saying that they started speaking Creole when the Europeans came, right? But then they saying that when these other people landed in Sierra Leone, they was already speaking Creole. With a K, I guess. Now it says the pidgin gradually evolved to become a stable language, the native language of the descendants of the freed slaves. So wait a minute, hold on. So where is the Africans that speaking Creole independently? Right? If it comes from Africa independently, then we should see Creole being spoke prior to colonization. See, that's something they can't do or show because it's like they keep trying to say it's a Creole mixed language. You understand what I'm saying? So the culture and the language inherently is a mixture of two different things. So you can't not have it unless you have the mixture of the two, right? So how can you make it African if it has to be mixed in order for it to be Creole? Anyway, So
What? Maria was in the chat. Her Benin roots. Um,
I don't even see who you talking about. Are you looking?
Matthew Munch, Munchin.
I see. I see what you're saying. We got 89 people in the building. I appreciate y'all banging that like button, share the video out. All right, so they say the Gullah Creole come from this Creole, even though this Creole comes from niggas who was sent from these same plantations, right? That they saying that the Gullah were in these same places, right? These people went from there to Sierra Leone, and ironically, we find the similar language. Now, it says the origin of the word Gullah, okay, can be traced to the Congo language, spoken around the Congo River's mouth, from which the Gullah language dialect spoken by Black Americans today come. Okay? So the Congo language. Let me get this.
Well, we have some, I guess this dude is trying to challenge what you're saying. First of all, your girl Beyonce is tied into the queen, which will be my bloodline. They got this fake ass white bitch claiming to be Queen Elizabeth and she's not. So what are you saying, sir? Come to the channel. If you know so much, why you don't come to the channel? Y'all niggas want to come on here talking about some Benin. It sound like King Kiss ass. That's one of his goddamn talking points, talking about Benin and all this shit. Y'all niggas is still here in America. Exactly, Wisdom. So they are the most diverse and the most, these people is more diverse than America. Y'all talk about the melting pot, that would be Africa.
So this is here you go with the bullshit, right? So it say the Congo is spoken by Congo people living in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Republic of Congo, Gabon, and Angola. Okay? It's a tonal language. What? Okay. It's a tonal language. It's the use of a pitch in language to distinguish lexical or grammatical meaning, that is, to distinguish or to inflect words. All oral languages use pitch to express emotional and other paralinguistic information. Okay, so it's a tonal language. It was spoken by many of those who were taken from the region and sold as slaves in the Americas. For this reason, while Congo still is spoken in the above-mentioned countries, it says creolized forms of the language are found in ritual speech of Afro-American religions, especially in Brazil, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and Haiti. It is also one of the sources of the Gullah language and the Palenquero Creole in Colombia.
You know, I don't believe shit until I hear a motherfucker talk. That's from them areas. Y'all can tell us a minute thing. See, we don't go outside of America no motherfucking way besides these other motherfuckers is running back home. So we ain't never heard them speaking. Tell y'all Creole talking Africans to come to the motherfucking office. But we like to hear you speak the shit. Motherfucker can write down any goddamn thing nowadays and put it on goddamn line. But we like to hear you speak the bullshit. We don't believe nothing no more. Like that nigga jumped up here that day talking about he's speaking. He said, went to the stove. Me and my sister went to the stove. Nigga bad. Get off the damn thing. Hey, I mean, y'all niggas just be saying any goddamn thing around here nowadays. Anything to go along with master.
Pretty much, yeah.
Y'all want to servitude.
So it says the official status is the official language and the national language and the unofficial language for Angola. Right? Same place. Look at Angola flag. This looks similar to me.
Looks similar to that thing they call the black flag, don't it?
They do, don't it? Let's see if I can pull that up.
Yeah, it does. But there's no black land, though.
That looks similar. So this is, they say, the Afro flag. Right
here. Holla, voodoo is Benin word in Creole. First of all, that land got to be about the fucking waters first. It's called the motherland. It's called the cradle because it's the baby land. That's why ain't shit growing there. Niggas leaving up out there at a high rate. The niggas that is there was forced there. The hell?
I mean, truth be told, there's too many videos showing that, like, from people as of today, showing that that's not, like, the case, that they are doing well over there. They wouldn't be coming over here in so many families and groups and droves.
Thanks.
And it's a video that went viral. I think it was like maybe yesterday or the day before, about some lady talking about she moved from the U.S. to Africa and they was treating her funny when she got there. We don't treat them funny when they come over here, for real. So
exactly, I watched that.
And it's too many
playing it. I plan on doing
Definitely, it's too many people down south that's Creole, where it to be like, oh, you came over on a ship. And I still got this same question for people that's got that mindset. Where is the ship? They got Viking ships. They got all these other ships. Why don't they have a slave ship? I'm gonna shut up.
That boy. Where's the ship that they even brought them here before 1890? Where's those ships? Because if you look on the front of even all these other ships, it has the boy pointed this out, the one how do we know the truth? And he ain't lying. It got the snake head, and who are known as the surfing people. Damn sure ain't nobody over there. Why would you be representing somebody that ain't you? Because that's us over here. A nigga to say that they got all this and doing all this, but still living in mud huts, nigga, I'm gonna need for y'all to step the fuck up. Y'all want to bring this African bullshit to us, but yet the fucker that y'all think is Africans that ain't doing shit but being lazy than a motherfucker. Exactly, the fucking gig is up. You can hang on to that motherfucking life if you choose to. Y'all just a bunch of lazy ass niggas that refuse to do your own fucking genealogy.
So,
nigga, you ain't got no proof. I don't go fuck your motherfucking people live at. What the fuck they got to do with what we over here telling our people to do their own fucking research on and search for the goddamn truth? You niggas love to be in somebody else's chat pushing bullshit, but you niggas ain't leaving and going to Africa. I keep telling y'all, y'all the fuck you want to be if you just go there.
They didn't see this link. They didn't see this link right here where they can come up and prove and tell. Until then, you just got to have several seats and just be sad and mad in the chat because you ain't about to come up here and show nothing different. You ain't about to show nothing different. And what I'm saying, all you gonna do is motherfucking agree. That's all you can do. So when we go and look up Geechee, right?
Ain't nobody.
We go and look up the etymology of Geechee, it should say some African shit, shouldn't it? seeing how they the most African people of the motherfucking Africanist of all of Africa's of descendants of the diaspora of Africa. Right? They are diaspora and Africans all the way. So how come when I look up Geechee, this shit says patois? Hello? So now they ain't saying it's Creole. Huh? They say patois. Oh. First thing they say, huh? It says patois of coastal black communities in the southeastern United States. From the Geechee River in Georgia. The name, perhaps, from Muskogee and could mean River of the Uchis, referring to a neighboring people. Okay? Let's see what the other definition is. Oh, there is no more. Huh? What'd you say, Auntie?
He talking all that shit in chat. Bring his ass up here and debunk this. I told you niggas are oppressed because the niggas are oppressing themselves.
And hold on. For the niggas in the chat who got something to say, where on this etymology does it say anything about Africa? Did y'all see it? I missed it. Can you point it out? Can you point it out?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think some of these niggas be AI. I don't even think they could be real people. Cause that, like, how do you not click the link if you feel so strongly about it? Click the link, man. Everybody does that in every chat.
I think they get paid whether it's on the scene or on the fucking internet. These motherfuckers are crisis actors. My auntie helped.
They gotta be getting paid because it makes no sense. It makes no sense for them to argue that.
I guarantee you, Miss Josephine Wright is American Indian. How much you want to bet? Because no foreigners can keep fucking land in America. None. No citizens of the United States can keep the fucking land, clown. Now you the YouTube motherfucker. You the YouTube in Africa. Y'all niggas so proud of Africa, but y'all ain't going over there to help build that nasty motherfucker up. Niggas over there swimming in piss and shit with goddamn it yellow jaundice, nigga. That's a sign, nigga, that your motherfucking inside, your liver is fucked up from all the bullshit y'all done swam around over there. Where y'all great motherfuckers is building irrigational systems? Stay the fuck offline, nigga. Until y'all ready to improve y'all way of motherfucking life in 2023/2024, nigga. Mud hood dwellers. The fuck wrong with y'all?
Hey, they're so insistent on telling us otherwise because it's actually money behind what Ab is saying. It's money behind what you talking about.
Yeah.
They have a debt to pay. If you go around just saying you African and you have no African heritage, that doesn't make sense. You pump faking. On top of that, it's money behind you actually claiming your already existing heritage if you from here. You know what I'm saying? So all they trying to do is trick you out of getting your own bread.
I guarantee you with that last motherfucking name, that last name right, I bet you I can pull it up, nigga, and tell you exactly where the fuck that last name came from. How much you want to bet? Since you so motherfucking smart, nigga. Oh, y'all didn't know there was websites to tell y'all the destination of your last names or where they started at? It's damn show a motherfucking website for this shit. And it didn't come from no fucking Conqueror, because he didn't even have last name until he docked his ass on the shores of either Ellis Island or Angel Island. That's when they got a motherfucking last name, clown. Y'all niggas be acting like y'all so motherfucking smart to you, just dumb in the motherfucker. Hey sis, hey Empress Namaste.
That's what be tripping me out though. Look at your girl though. They want to protect her and say, no, she African, right? This the African, right?
That hoe ain't African. She just a ugly motherfucker that's from America. They all got them on every continent. You know, I guess they found the ugliest motherfucker they could use the crisis actor to claim to be fucking alligator. Half piranha and goddamn it, half alligator. She look half piranha and half alligator to me. I don't know.
So check this out. Where is that fucking
baby? That's a mean set of guns right there, baby.
That's that Niger Congo.
You see that fucking, I don't know, y'all wait till Sunday for my is.
Hold on. I'm about to expose this motherfucker. Where is that thumbnail at? Or did she just take it, the thumbnail, and the thumbnail is not in the video? That could be. Is she standing by the sign? Let me see. Oh, nah, she ain't trying to stand by the sign. Huh? They ain't trying to show. Okay, here we go. So this the African, right? This the African that know everything about African history in the Gullah Geechee people, the queen, right? There's nothing more African than the Gullah Geechee. Check. So, what is she trying to tell us by? What could this African be trying to tell us? Standing in front of a Seminole Indian Scout cemetery plaque. What could she be possibly telling us?
Look at her. That cloning is real. Why would she be standing in front of her? Why she ain't at the African?
Why she ain't at the African Methodist Episcopals? There's like 6 million of them bitches down here. There. What the fuck? Why she standing in front of the Indian Scout cemetery sign? The chief of the Gullah Africans.
The Gullah African.
I'm just trying to ask you some questions. Use your brain. We got 103 people in here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the chiefess of the Gullah Geechee nations, the most African people in America. They retain their culture, their language, and everything.
That boy. If we YouTubing Indians, nigga, you must be a YouTubing fucking African bitch boy. How about that? Y'all so motherfucking dumb. Y'all come in just patrol, but we can't. Your bitch ass can't tell us who your fifth great grandmama is. Y'all niggas go make whole profiles just to get in the chat and troll. I told y'all niggas. Y'all ain't about war, bitch. Y'all niggas play too many Xbox motherfucking hijacking cars and pretending that y'all at war with other niggas that live in other fucking countries and shit. Y'all don't know nothing about no war, bitch. Cause y'all are weak. They have weakened you all. Fucking weak ass vessel.
I'm trying to figure out why he's so worried about what we doing over here. If you African, bro, why is you even watching this? Oh, go watch Dr. Umar Johnson or something, man.
Because I'm dispelling, I'm taking away they most African people.
Go watch that nigga that keep talking about the fuck. Yeah. Go hound that nigga ass and where's that goddamn fool at? We finna put some of these immigrants in that bitch in a minute since y'all all are immigrants. Bitch. Use that motherfucker fuck. Camp out. At least don't career with your ass. Dumb ass niggas.
Let me back up. I'm over here doing my little.
The parasite of it said are between families and heirs. It said and heirs. So what does heirs mean, nephew?
You want to see?
These Seminoles came. Yeah, pull it up. What do heirs mean?
So heirs.
This is for you slow motherfuckers in the
one who inherits. Okay. One who inherits or has right of inheritance in the property of another. See 13th century from Anglo-French heir, Old French order, heir, successor, heritage, inheritance. From Latin heredum, heir, heirs, heredity. So, an heir is one who inherits or has the right to inherit, or the right of an inheritance in the property of another. Heir.
Yeah, hands down, huh? Then this nigga said that his mom and them is helping getting reparation for North Carolina. Nigga, let me tell you how long the reparations been on the motherfucking table for the niggas that own the land here since the 1700s. Here it is, 20 fake ass 24, nigga. It's been on the motherfucking record since then. You ain't getting none unless you prove that your dumb ass was a goddamn slave, nigga. See, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all motherfuckers don't know history. Because if you did, nigga, you wouldn't be going for reparation. You'd be going back for that motherfucking goddamn land that they took from your motherfucking ass. Because that's worth more than anything they got because they don't own shit. The gold is ours. The land is ours. So what the fuck could they give you, nigga? Y'all talking about reparation. They made that goddamn fiat. So that means they can knock on your door at any time and say, can you give us over whatever money that you so-called fiat that you got in here? Because it belongs to the United States Corporation. Not your ass, nigga. And you can get caught with it and goddamn do time. Fucking clown. Y'all come over here trying to teach us something. No, nigga, you sit in there telling quit typing. Nobody can't get people no reparation.
You arguing with somebody that's drinking sink water. He not gonna understand what you talking about. His water fucked up. His brain ain't working at full capacity.
That's true.
Let me chill out. Let me chill out. No, it never made sense to me about the whole reparation thing because, like you said, you got to prove your family lineage one way or another. So it's best you look into your lineage because you're not gonna get reparations if you wasn't no slave. And if you was an Indian and you trying to get reparations, you just stupid. Because you get way more. You get land, like you said.
Yeah, only thing these people gonna be able to do, they have POWs over here. They're not fucking slaves. They've been POWs since the early 1900s, nigga. And when they didn't pay us for the shit that they was using back in the 1700s that people want to be paid. Want to be paid for all they motherfucking shit they took out of their goddamn land. And this whole right here is a part of the fucking problem. Look at them. I've seen crackheads look better than this.
So, you want to know why there's so many people that's trying to disenfranchise minds? It's off the backs of motherfuckers just like this. And conversations like the disingenuousness when asked questions, right? This shows you really what type of time motherfucker be on. Listen.
To you first. Scripture says wisdom is the principal thing. So get wisdom, but in all thy getting, get understanding. Right. So that is where we are now, is getting and understanding that first and foremost, it served a purpose to ensure that Black people hate themselves. Because as I said, if you hate you, you can't love nobody else. And so if you go back and listen to speeches from Dr. Martin Luther King, you listen to speeches from Malcolm X, they all ask you who taught you to hate yourself. And you just mentioned family, but you mentioned Charleston. So when we want to tie back to Africa, we got to start with Charleston. Because The first groups of Africans brought into North America via what became known now as the transatlantic slave trade came in through Charleston. They came into Charleston County through Sullivan's Island. 40% of all Africans enslaved in North America came through Sullivan's Island. So that's why we got to start with Charleston. Because, and you just mentioned family, but you mentioned Charleston. So when we want to tie back to Africa, we got to start with Charleston. Because the first groups of Africans brought into North America via what became known now as the transatlantic slave trade came in through Charleston. They came into Charleston County through Sullivan's Island. 40% of all Africans enslaved in North America came through Sullivan's Island. So that's why they believe that at least 1/3 of all people of African descent in North America could trace their roots back to what is now the Gullah Geechee Nation. And the Gullah Geechee Nation going from Jacksonville.
Hey, don't that go against what we was taught in history class about the triangle trade? Because that ain't no island.
Yes.
Hey, I'm gonna shut up.
You know, it's the first time I ever seen a upright talking motherfucking snapping turtle. I mean, this right here, it's one thing to be a fucking liar, but you's a ugly. I mean, you have to reach down into your soul to call this bitch ugly. I mean, this right. You're ugly. You know, motherfuckers will sell their souls for pennies on the fucking dollar around this bitch. Look at her. Bitch,
she look like she lying.
Over this bitch motherfucking
What's up, Mally?
Hey, what's going on, man?
I can't call it. What up with it?
What's going on? Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, Alice?
Shit. Man, say we got a Pan-African in the chat, huh?
We got one lone Pan-African that won't come on the panel, so yeah, and won't call no more other Pan-Africans for help. So yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, come on up, nigga. Your hot ass up there.
Hey, no, man, listen, man. I ain't been saying what I've been saying for a long time, and ain't nobody just came out and been like, no, that nigga Geechee a fraud. Let me show you how. Like, no, nigga, I've been talking this shit for a decade. They ain't said shit. They ain't responded.
He said all y'all gotta do is a DNA test. I don't have to do them because I got records back almost into the 1400s on both sides. So I don't have to trace, do a goddamn DNA test. What you can do, nigga, tell us your white pappy. Because remember, your white pappy is who started that bloodline in America. How the fuck you got motherfucking African DNA, nigga? In your past, your ancestors' DNA, and it's not showing the white pappy. You know the nigga that was great in your grandmama, your fifth or sixth great grandmama. How DNA bypassed him and gave you only 10% of his dumb ass?
Some of y'all granddaddy right here.
Make it make sense.
This nigga was doing.
Yeah, right there. There you go.
I mean, that whole DNA test thing don't make sense for the simple fact that,
hold on, Trot. This is how your great granddaddy was looking when he was walking to your hut when he was about to get in your bloodline. He was doing this dance and he was going to the hut. They call this the colonizer shuffle.
I'm gonna put it in the
Shout out to all my colonial steppers who stepped in colonialism and you know what I'm saying, got up in that nigga DNA. This is what made this is an African American. This plus this equals an African American.
And you pull up African Faw's nephew. The what's it called for Africa?
Can I pull up what?
The definition of African in the etymology.
Oh, okay. Hold on. We got 99 people in the building. Bang that like button, share the video out. If you're enjoying the stream, consider supporting the channel. Tomorrow is giveaway Friday. We got 5 donations on our second giveaway. 3 more will lock in our second one for tomorrow. Let me look it up.
I'm putting her link in the chat for y'all. She helps with genealogy. She'll tell you what she charged, and just contact her and tell her I sent you. You know that you're legit. That I sent you that way. Yes, it is.
I still think it's wild. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I still think it's wild. They still trying to argue that DNA test shit. Because if you look at it, it's multiple videos online of people testing their dogs and their bats, and they coming back African or European. That don't make no sense. And then who's you cross-referencing the DNA with? You dig up my grandma's grave, I'm slapping the piss out of you. I'm gonna keep it up. Bang. Who's you cross-referencing? Like, come on, man.
I'm glad you said that, because ancestry means you're just people that has transitioned. Who are my ancestors that you're testing me against, nigga? They're not talking about people that still live. It says ancestry. Y'all niggas are slow. Real slow. And only 2% of the fucking Africans ever took the fucking test. So who the fuck are y'all paying us to, nigga? Only 2%. But y'all said 12 million came to America. So, nigga, how many Africans is missing a relative? That's the question now, y'all. We know who we are. Ask the fucking Africans to do their damn genealogy and tell us who's missing on their motherfucking tree, nigga. Y'all keep asking us, talking about DNA tests, but y'all ain't saying, hey, African, is anybody missing on your tree? I mean, it works both ways, don't it? I know I ain't the smartest motherfucker, but it definitely works both ways. For me, for you to say that's my relative, nigga, he need to prove that I'm the motherfucker of a descendant that was stolen or sold off the coast of West Africa. For you to say that we're kin, nigga, what the fuck wrong with y'all? We ain't doing no in God's way shit around here no more. That's that shit.
Or they could pop open a biology book too. They could pop open a biology book. Go to the section that has to do with meiosis. Now, mitosis, meiosis is a different thing where you pass down 23 chromosomes, and them 23 chromosomes is not gonna be the same if you get a father. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
They tell you that, like, see, genetics, like all your chromosomes and all the shit is not gonna be evenly distributed or passed down, right? So you're not getting 50% from your mama and 50% from your daddy, like exactly like they're saying. You understand? You get in.
Because he had a mama and a daddy too, nigga. He had a mama.
Everybody in the planet of existence that ain't a Cabbage Patch baby had a mama and a daddy.
That part.
Not the Cabbage Patch.
I don't know anybody else who didn't have
niggas in here is Cabbage Patch kids. Some of these niggas nephew is Cabbage Patch kids too. I'm telling you.
So check this out, gang. She says 40% of the Africans that came through this area, which makes yours is up there.
Man, tell your mama, you worried about me being a loudmouth when your great grandmama was running around here drinking Caucasian motherfucking nuts for a fucking living, nigga. Don't worry about that hoe. Don't worry about me. Your motherfucking dead ass 6th great grandmammy was running around here squalling and guzzling so she can goddamn it get across the waters to America, nigga. While a whole lot of y'all niggas are slow.
I mean, to add into that, like, why is it they was coming over here before and they doing the same thing now? Like, you could just look around. It's happening right now as of 2024. I'm gonna fall back. My fault, Geechee.
Yes.
Oh, y'all good.
No, you're
Go
right.
ahead.
You're right.
All right.
They still
Shit,
coming in
paying
droves
niggas.
from fucking Go ahead.
They like they like to conflate the DNA. It's different types of DNA, and they like to conflate them all together. You know what I'm saying? Like we dumb or something. Nigga, you gotta have a sample. You know what I'm saying? For sample.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you can miss us with all the ancestry bullshit, man. Nigga, come up on the pedal, bro. Holla at us. Scared red, nigga.
You said, no, my people was free on the Seabrook Islands. Mine was too. A matter of fact, mine's own some place. You know? How about that? Damn, nigga. What dumb ass home. Ain't she ugly? That's a whole nightmare. Namaste. I mean, God damn, who got together? What did they use to create this motherfucker? She looks half horse, half alligator. I mean, we know cloning is fucking real at this motherfucking point. Cause ain't nothing coming out of nobody's. This bitch like she chewed up her mama's womb. But this is an ugly ass bitch. It's like she been hit in the face with a Mack truck. Ugly motherfucker.
Come on, let's debug what she's saying. You ain't gotta roast the lady every 10 seconds. You gotta chill.
Wait a minute.
Damn.
Imagine being a baby looking up. I mean, yo, if this was my mama, I'd be like, I'll look at her holler. It'd be my first word, bitch. You ain't my mama. Who been told me all this time? Right there in front of the doctor. The moment I came out the womb, they got like, here's your back. This ain't my mama. Let me put me back. What the fuck? I gotta look at this motherfucker for the rest of my life. Can't take this bitch to no parents, teachers conference, nothing.
It's giving beaver
Wherever you
and
go,
alligator.
you gotta go 20 motherfucking feet in front of the bitch. Yeah. Bitch look like she be a damn for a living.
Yeah.
Wood chuck wood. Nobody chuck like this motherfucking wood chuck wood.
Yeah, we see. He said he go every February. So in February, can we get the Gullah Geechee nations to chime in? And we just got a few questions from the Aboriginal Geechees to the Gullah Africans. And we want your high priestess, queen, chief to answer just a few questions.
Right here.
Few questions. Number one.
the man said, he said, who is
Does
this?
she have any
This is
evidence to support
bullshit.
this bullshit? Oh, go ahead, Auntie. My bad. I ain't mean to cut you.
The young man, original copper, America's Sun Energy. He said, "Who is this?
This is the great chief." Damn, she said this is a woodpecker without a beak. No, I'm just playing. This is the Queen Chief. Shout out to Queen Quet. It's all in love and fun and yeah.
She look like she's pouring ducks for real. As she holding her mouth. Queen Quack is definitely her name. Look how she holding her feet.
Auntie, that's fire hands right there. That's who you arguing with 10 years later. Fire. Funny how shit come back in circle, right? That's fire, nigga. That's the third subscriber ever of Aboriginal TV.
That's the
and
number
the
one
first,
motherfucking.
the first official troll. This nigga got me really going. I had to go get some shit. These niggas got me fucked up. Hey, Fire.
He was in the chat last week, wasn't he? Damn, Fire. You ain't got enough yet, nigga. We used to go back and forth back in the day, nigga.
Ask Fire, y'all. He been around. He ain't nobody who got no reason to tell y'all no shit. No different. Ask Fire. Have I not been saying this shit since day one? Have I not, Fire?
He know it.
Have I switched my tone any about this shit right here, Fire?
We've been arguing with fire for about a decade with stupid ass.
I thought you was backwater Geechee at first. Then you ain't come up here with the well, if you look at the culture and you didn't come up here with that, so I knew it wasn't. That's it.
That nigga there, I hate to hear him talk, man. That's about the weakest bitch on the planet. Called himself a man.
Shout out to Fire. Shout out to my Geechee.
I kept saying this nigga been here before because he just loved to stay in here. And Fire's missing.
Oh, man, I tried to give that dude an opportunity.
He ain't
to
got nothing
debate,
else to do. I thought your ass.
Why would he want to debate? Why would you want to debate when you got evidence of the woman doing shit like this? Listen, y'all, listen. If you want to catch a thief, you know what I'm saying? You want to catch a thief, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Scratch a lie. You know what I'm saying? You got to scratch a lie. Now watch this lie, how this shit shoot off. Check it.
They came into Charleston County through Sullivan's team because the first groups of Africans brought into North America via what became.
Listen to what she says before she gets to telling the story, right?
All ask you who taught you to hate yourself. And you just mentioned family, but you mentioned Charleston. So when we want to tie back to Africa.
So she's telling you her intentions from day fucking jump, nigga. We want to tie you, huh? When we want to tie you, when we looking for some shit, it's not that it's an inherent connection like they say, right? It's not that this is clearly just the opposite, right? No, we got to go and look and find ways and find places of how we African, right? Whichever way we know, see, it's already with the preconceived notion that we are African people. You understand? This is her mistake. So now she's the priestess who's going to lead you to your Africanness. Okay? And how would you
ask
do that?
You who taught you to hate yourself? And you just mentioned family, but you mentioned Charleston. So when we want to tie back to Africa, we got to start with Charleston. Because the first groups of Africans brought into North America via what became known now as the transatlantic slave trade came in through Charleston. They came into Charleston County through Sullivan's Island. 40% of all Africans enslaved in North America came through Sullivan's Island.
Y'all heard that, right? 40% of all slaves.
This is a sad day in America. Look at this.
Now listen, y'all. Remember they used to tell us 12 million?
Hold on,
now, 40% of 12 million is roughly 5 million. Okay? Give or take. I might be off, but just believe me. It's about 5 million. Okay? So allegedly 5 million African slaves came through Charleston. That's what she said. Okay? Now, the history of her people, like we read earlier, ladies and gentlemen, is that these people, once made to the shores, they had relative isolation from whites. Can we see? Hold on. Huh? So these Africans, the Queen Quet Africans, 40% of them came through that region, which would lend credence to probably a good percentage of them were these Africans that was on the plantations isolated from whites. Can we put it together, okay? So
they breaking you up, nephew.
Are they breaking me up? Mic check.
I can still hear you, but it's getting glitchy.
I hear you.
Oh, it's getting glitchy. Oh, we having malfunctions. Let me kill some shit in the background. I might got too much going on right now. Hold on. I don't want to do too much. Let me kill a couple things. All right. So we know that once again. Let's just for all of this good purposes, I can kill shit. Sweetgrass, native to South Atlantic and Gulf Coast. So sweetgrass, which is associated with Gullah people, check. Native to that region only, not West Africa. Okay. Let me go ahead and kill that. So, where the hell was I though? Okay, I was right. Okay. So now, she says 40% of all the Africans come through North America, came through that port. So why? Hold on. So how many Native American slaves came through that port? Do anybody know? Do she know? Do she fucking know? That's the question. So let's listen to her narrative and then watch
Look like
this.
she's around with the Negroes. We don't know.
What you say, Auntie?
Look like she's around with the Negroes. We don't know. Damn sure like he's part of the Negroes.
So check this out.
Through Charleston. They came into Charleston County through Sullivan's Island. 40% of all Africans enslaved in North America came through Sullivan's Island. So that's why they believe that at least 1/3 of all people of African descent in North America could trace their roots back to what is now the Gullah Geechee Nation.
You see how she did that?
Mm-hmm.
So that one spot put 40% of the niggas from Africa into America, and then 1/3 of that population is to be. So 1/3 of 50 million or 40 million, that's 33% of 40 million, which would be roughly 12 million, are allegedly Gullah Geechee descent. Okay? 12 million, according to her math, according to their science and all that. So how come it says the estimated population is 200,000? That don't add up. So, Miss Queen.
And the Gullah Geechee Nation formed from Jacksonville, North Carolina to Jacksonville, Florida, encompassing all the sea islands and 30 to 35 miles inland to the St. Johns River. Those areas were the plantations. When we talk about the colonies and the colonizers that formed Charlestown, which is now the historic peninsula of Charleston, South Carolina, you cannot avoid talking about Africans because Charleston or Charlestown was the #1 enslavement auction block in North America, where the Africans called black gold, black cargo that were kidnapped and then brought.
Did you hear the mind fuck? The Africans that was called black cargo. What? I never seen the book Black Cargo. Did y'all? Where that said? Who wrote that?
I ain't never seen it.
But you know what I have seen? Once again, we just watched them. They call it nativization. You start off as a nigga, an indigenous aboriginal nigga with a history of culture and everything. And then you end up as a damn Slav with no culture, no history, no nothing. When they done with you. Like button, share the video out, support the channel. So.
Oh God. Where do they get these crisis actors at, man?
Same place they pump them out at.
Nephew,
They pump them motherfuckers out.
on the chief shuffling as well, nephew.
Okay. So Let's listen to
Out
what
of the
she
Cabbage
says.
Patch Factory.
She says that all these people is Africans because they was on the plantations. Now, when we doing the history of her people, right, which they got this information from you, okay? We know they got it from Queen Quet. We can see it. She's listed as a source. You know what I'm saying? So, according to you, right?
Enslavement auction block in North America. You cannot avoid talking about Africans because Charleston or Charlestown was the #1 enslavement auction block in North America, where the Africans called black gold, black cargo that were kidnapped and then brought to be sold, brought through the Caribbean or the Caribbean, which is why Charleston is such an international city still and has such relationships with various.
Oh my God. So now we talking about, so first we went from being the biggest slave port in North America. Now they was coming into the Caribbean and then there. Okay, so it's the biggest port, right, Queen? For Africa, right?
Yeah.
British colonists in the colonies of Virginia, Carolina, and Georgia imported enslaved who? Enslaved who?
Indigenous people.
As workers during the when? 17th and 18th century. The Carolina colony became a major exporter of enslaved who?
Native American.
The other colonies, including those of New England and where?
Caribbean. Now, nephew, what's it called? I sent you. Yeah, the articles I sent you on the tea shoveling have to do with us and the Caribbeans, the people on the mainland and the Caribbeans.
Yeah, I know. I remember when you read it, it was talking about how only these specific individuals carry these traits. And even when it's hard to identify from like skull structures or cranial morphology, you can go to the teeth. The teeth tell a lot.
That's all.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember you broke down that when the lady did her analysis on the teeth shoveling of the African American / Black Carib, right? It literally proves that these people are their own entity, right? And that attribute is not attached to Africa specifically. It's only attached to
Now that I'm looking at her nephew, looking at her teeth, nephew, she's not
Think
American.
she indigenous? She's not. They ain't shovel.
No, I don't think so. They ain't shovel. They can be using shovels.
I'm about to say that motherfucker look like a backhoe, nigga. I bet you I could beat back up and dig out a motherfucking goddamn. I could dig out some space for a septic tank or something.
Hey, look. You can dig out some ancient motherfucking cities with that bitch, G. God damn it.
We gonna dig up Atlantis fucking around with that motherfucking. Come find Lumeria fucking with that mouth, nigga.
That motherfucking thing.
So listen. She said this, y'all. Hold on.
And such relations in America, where the Africans called black gold, black cargo, and then brought to be sold, brought through the Caribbean or the Caribbean, which is why Charleston is such an international city still and has such relationships with various islands around the world. It is because that port city was such a major entry point for Africans getting into North America to be treated as chattel, tools, items to be bought and sold. First,
And she got a strong jawbone that looked like a fucking gorilla, man. It's all kind of, you can see all kind of species within just that picture right there, her talking. I mean, alligator, the jawbone look like a motherfucking monkey. I mean, what the fuck is doing this? Like, niggas are
So it
desperate
says
around this motherfucker nowadays. Go ahead, Nick.
the southern colonies were known for their use of slavery to keep their large plantations and economy running, right? Now the Gullah people were who, ladies and gentlemen? They was allegedly some Africans who was relatively isolated on what? Large plantations.
Large
okay?
plantations.
Okay, I just want to make sure we go slow. Okay, so the Native American, aka the American Indians slave trade, right? Where they had, hold on, I just seen the word. Where did it go? I just seen. Listen, while native, oh shit, what the hell? It says, while natives enslaved other natives prior to this European settlement, such native slaves were held as personal servants to perform other tasks, not as chattel. So they're giving us a point in time where there wasn't chattel, and when they show us chattel, look who they show us.
Look at that. Look at that.
Now listen.
This nigga is everybody like Jesus, everybody daddy.
This the one nigga that they got. The one nigga they caught. And they was like, we gonna get this picture of this nigga because we ain't gonna catch too many more of these. Listen. So check it, tribe. Hold on, let me go down. I think we was further down. So check it. It says, it usually, wait, come back. The Carolina colony became the major exporter of Native Americans to other colonies, including New England and the Caribbean. So the Carolinas sent Indians to the Caribbeans. Just think, okay? It's a system, okay? So when they try to say Gullahs are influenced by Caribbean culture, why don't they say Caribbean culture is influenced by Gullahs? Because that's actually how it went down in the American Indian slave trade. Okay, they were sending the indigenous people back and forth. You understand? That's why there's an inherent connection. Now, it says, where the hell am I?
Why are you still talking shit that nephew? But when,
that's okay.
Why we don't see these natives that when they were sending them back and forth? Why y'all don't see them in the islands and shit? Why you don't see no remnants of them in the islands? They don't look like those people in the islands.
We can't even talk. Hold on, we can't even talk about like language and shit when we just read that Gullah language is English. Okay, do I need to show it? Listen, it says historically, hold on, it says the Gullah people and their language are also known as Geechee, which may derive from the Geechee River. So wait, the Gullah people and their language are known as the Geechee, which derive from the Geechee, right? Now it says, the Gullah dialect is a Creole, which looks oddly Native American, by the way, dialect of English spoken. So English fire, okay? It's English, not African, okay? Just for clarity. Now back on y'all heads again with the slave trade shit that you call an African. This is actually the American Indian slave trade. So check it. It says that the southern colonies were known to use slavery to keep their large plantations and economy running. It is usually assumed that all of the slaves were from Africa. It is usually assumed that all of the slaves were from Africa. I'm gonna do my Umar Johnson shit. It is usually assumed that all the slaves come from Africa. Does that mean it's 100% correct? That means it's any percent correct. No. It means it is usually assumed that all of the slaves were from Africa. But Native Americans.
You know what the word assume means, nephew?
You can make an ass out of yourself. I know you can make an ass out of yourself. Do it. That's what my ancestors taught me. So Native Americans were also frequently enslaved, and in some cases were used more than African slaves. Hold on, wait a minute. Where is Queen Quet with this information? Press one. Where is the Gullah Gullah Island Binya Binya clan when they need to know the real origins and the history of the Gullah Geechees? Because she didn't say shit about this. Yeah, she didn't say, she the chief of the Polywog tribe. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, why didn't this African, why did this historian, right? This person of all this vast knowledge, right? She got all this cultural history passed down from the ancestors, from the times of slavery, nigga. And she missed the part where Native Americans was being put up in them same ports. She's saying 40% of the Africans came through. She missed that. No, she didn't.
This is a prime example of genocide through paperwork. Everybody will talk about all these other cultures' history, but they won't talk about any of the American Indians' history.
They'll straight erase it. Like
it's erasure. It's literal paper genocide. They couldn't kill us off. They tried it. It didn't work.
Did you see how they described the influences that the Gullah has from the other region? Nigga, that's all they said was the other regions that they were living in. They listen, I got it right here. Look, I'm on my shit. Look. Because of their relative isolation while working on large plantations in rural areas, the Africans enslaved from a variety of Central and West African ethnic groups developed a Creole culture that has preserved much of their African linguistics and cultural heritage in various peoples. In addition, they absorbed new influences from the region. That's what you get, Aborigine, American Indian, Mississippian. That's your culture right there. They absorb new influences from the region.
Well, these motherfuckers didn't absorb shit that when they came in, they were sending them back, as they say. They were sending back new free motherfucking Africans, black people, colored people, back to the coast of West Africa. So they didn't assume none of this shit, because they said the niggas that came from here, there was the free motherfucking colored people went over there and helped build up that shit over there. And that's the only thing they still got standing, because the rest of you motherfucking lazy motherfuckers ain't did a goddamn thing. Lazy ass niggas. That niggas from other land, still to this day, niggas from other land is going over there building up that land. This is why they always have outside contractor. That's who built up Dubai and all the rest of those Morocco with outside people, not the people there.
Auntie, I got one stupid question. Okay, let me put my stupid face on the screen real quick. I done hit that degree for. So I got one stupid question, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, if I just got off on a boat from Africa, right, and I see all my African brothers and sisters, we ain't lost our language yet, right? We ain't lost our culture yet. We just got taken and sent somewhere else, right? Now, according to the Gullah's history, they was in relative isolation from white people. Why didn't they go back?
Exactly. And they should be able to speak their language. See, these new fools is coming just now getting here from Africa. Why they didn't tell them what's going on? And they're being, they being mistreated so they can go the fuck home.
So
why they didn't tell them that?
You had the wherewithal to run.
Nigga.
Listen, you had the wherewithal to run from the boat, nigga, into the woods and link up with some natives and start fighting the government. But when you was in relative isolation from white folks, you didn't run home. You didn't go home. You didn't send the carrier pigeon. You didn't try no way to send your niggas to have your niggas come in. And so they tried some shit. Y'all get like none of that took place.
Nope.
Y'all just was there chilling.
Niggas are still dumb as a niggas still dumbing in a box of rocks right to this day.
So we back on your heads again. So now, in some cases, Native Americans was used more than African slaves in Charleston. in the Carolina colonies. But they'll tell you, oh, they brought all these Africans in. And in the same breath would tell you, it is usually assumed that all the slaves were African. Understood? So they're telling you, but you have to be able to discern. You have to be connected to something. Okay? So they continue with the Native American slave trade in the colonial Southeast were brought to its peak with the use of European weapons, as well as the trade by natives in exchange of more ammunition for weapons, as well as the European goods. So here's another lie. The European goods was so goddamn superior that the natives and they little primitive asses was selling off natives to get these boomsticks. These fuckers was shooting boomsticks for 400 fucking years. The same boomstick, the musket, they was shooting that in the 1500s and they was shooting that in the 1800s. What superior firepower did they truly have? So, however, the involvement of the natives in slavery of other natives was not a model that would be able to sustain itself for a long time. And the depletion of resources, Native Americans in this sense being the resources, coupled with Native American revolts, including the Yamasee War. Now remember, when we was reading about the Gullah, what did they say happened to the Gullah? After they allegedly died off by disease, the rest of the survivors became known as the who? It's interesting how they just keep still being around. Huh? Go ahead.
Where did they die from? What disease did they die from?
They call it crackatosis.
All right. Yeah. Colonizer stink.
I mean,
none of this makes sense. None of it makes sense if you put other stories into perspective with this one. Like, how was they warring with the Indians for so long? And they kicked your ass.
How was they warring with the Indians and still kidnapping? How you warn? You don't know what's taking place on the land, but you got no way to call back and see what the fuck is going on the land while you out there. Remind you of the Barbarian Wars was on seas. They were stopping them motherfuckers from coming, across. How the fuck was y'all fighting all these people? I'm just asking, how the fuck were people fighting all these goddamn people? Go ahead, nephew, you on mute.
I'm gonna just keep running this shit down on you niggas until you get the point. So, here's another one. Okay? For you slow niggas who don't know nothing and you just want to fight. Like, I'm the god of the Geechees for a reason. Okay? It say the Gullah, rice, slavery, and the Sierra Leone connection. Now, we done went all the way around this shit in this one live stream, have we not? We done talked about Sierra Leone and the Creoles there. We done been all over this motherfucker. Now, I got to get ready to get out of here too, Trav. I got some shit to do. It says the Black Seminoles are a small offshoot of the Gullahs who escaped from the rice plantation. So if they wouldn't have to escape if there wasn't no white folks monitoring them. Okay? They would just be leaving.
That part.
They wouldn't be escaping. Okay. Now it says they built their own settlements on the Florida frontier. So now we got them in South Carolina and Georgia and in Florida. Then it says they fought a series of wars to preserve their freedom and they were scattered across North America. They have played a significant role in American history, but have never received the recognition they deserve. Wonder why? Some Gullah slaves managed to escape from the coastal South Carolina and Georgia south into Florida. Now, once again, it says when you're talking about the Gullahs, they didn't need to escape because they were in relative isolation from the plantations. That's how they retain their Africanness, according to these niggas, right?
Yeah.
So in the 18th
Another big
century,
spot
That's
over
just like
is how the fuck you get shipped to a new continent? You know how to farm all the crops there. That don't make no fucking
exactly. And according to they still don't know how to farm these fucking Caucasians. You know, that's why they came up with machines to help them farm.
Actually, like it's a lot of stuff that don't make sense about this story.
Yeah. Exactly.
oh yeah, okay. So it says,
I'm gonna take my.
what you say, Auntie? You trying to say something?
When you get through, I'm going to Walmart to get me some Kleenex. It's goddamn fucking toilet paper tearing my goddamn nose.
Oh yeah. I already know. Hey, this shit look crazy too. So it says in the 18th century, Florida was a vast tropical wilderness covered with jungles and malaria-ridden swamps. But somehow the people was living there for tens of thousands of years. No, the Spanish claimed Florida, but they used it only as a buffer between the British colonies and their own settled territories farther south. Once again, sickle cell and malaria go hand in hand. Okay? Just keep that in mind. And the immunity to malaria, I believe, has something to do with sickle cell, or something to that extent. It says they wanted to keep Florida as a dangerous wilderness frontier. So they offered a refuge to escaped slaves and renegade Indians from neighboring South Carolina and Georgia. Renegade Indians. So they wanted the Spanish wanted to keep, but I thought the Spanish ran the South and killed all the Indians. And they was just running and owning the shit, wasn't they? Well, according to this, it says they wanted to keep
That's
it a
the lies
wilderness.
that they tell.
They wanted
That's
to keep
the
it
lies
a wilderness,
that they tell.
huh? So escaped slaves off a plantation that had no white people on it, and renegade Indians from neighboring South Carolina and Georgia. Ironically, the same places where they saying the Gullah Geechees is. The Gullahs were establishing their own free settlement in the Florida wilderness by at least the 1700s. Okay. So by the 1700s, these niggas was already out building their own villages and towns. They built separate villages of the Florida wilderness of thatched roof houses. So they wasn't building teepees. Surrounded by fields of corn. Hold on, y'all. Surrounded by fields of corn and what? Hold on. Fields of corn and what?
Rice. And wild rice. Yeah, swamp rice.
Isn't that a part of Gullah culture?
Rice, yep.
So they built villages. So listen to what they're saying, y'all. Oh God, I need y'all to pick this shit up. I'm gonna scroll back up. Listen to what they're saying. The Black Seminoles are an offshoot of the Gullahs. Okay? Now when we go to the Gullahs, what do they say are their ethnic groups that they're related to? The Black Seminoles, right? Okay, we here. They're follow. We're here, okay? So the black Seminoles are the Gullahs who escaped from the rice plantation where white people wasn't on. You know? And they were able to retain their culture because there was no white people there. And part of that culture was planting rice on the plantations. Now, when allegedly these Gullahs left the plantations, guess what they end up doing? Building their own establishments and villages surrounded by what? Corn and rice. What part of African is that? And it says they maintain friendly relationships. Huh?
I said them niggas eat fufu. They eat fufu, which it ain't even their culture either.
I'm about to say fufu is not African. They can't have that.
Nope.
Hold on.
Big fact.
You can't have that.
That's why I said it, which is not their culture.
So, fufu. Hold on. So it says fufu.
There it goes.
Originates from Akan, Ghana. The word is expanded and includes several variations of pounded meal found in the African countries, including Sierra Leone, Guyana, or Guinea. I don't know, it's not Guyana. Liberia, Cote d'Ivoire, or whatever. Burkina Faso, Benin, Togo, Nigeria, Cameroon, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Central African Republic, the Republic of Congo, Angola, and Gabon. Also, the original ingredient for fufu is boiled cassava.
Man, where's cassava found that?
Once again, the original ingredient for fufu is boiled what? Cassava.
Cassava.
And cassava is a woody shrub from the family of the Eurofabaceae, native to where?
South America and from Brazil.
You can't have fufu. You can't have fufu, try. nothing you niggas do. You can't do nothing without us, nigga. We the gods. Just want to let you know.
America. Without America, period.
As we giveth, we shall take it away, nigga. don't get it fucked up.
That part.
Go ahead, auntie.
That whole part, there's the gods give it, so we shall take it away. Yeah. Everything about y'all culture is stemming from America.
We're back on.
I bet it is.
I might have to come back and do a part 2 today on this shit. I'm cooking today. Check this shit out. It's not over. So the Gullah and the Gola, they say them people is the slaves that ran off the plantations where no white people were. And when they left those plantations, they built villages and towns surrounded by fields of corn and swamp rice. Okay? And they maintained friendly relationships with the mixed populations of refugee Indians. So when they say mixed populations, that automatically makes you think, right? They talking about African and Native Americans. You understand? Shout out to my brother James Williams for sending the donation. That is our 6th donation on our second 8 for 8. 2 more donations will lock in that second one, tribe. So check this out. When they saying mixed populations of refugee Indians, what they're really just talking about is all these different tribes who they done disenfranchised and now they came together to whoop on their ass. You understand? This what makes them a mixed population. Because all of them just came together to start whooping on their ass. And this is well documented. Okay? The ass whooping that's been handed out by them Gullah Geechee niggas is well documented. Okay? In time, the two groups came to view themselves as a part of the same loosely organized tribe, listen, in which blacks held important positions of leadership. So now, do you see how they're saying, oh, well, it was blacks and natives, right? And the blacks held important positions of leadership. Why? Why? How could niggas came off a boat? How could they come off a boat, auntie, and then just be leaders of some shit? And the niggas been here for thousands of years.
Exactly. And the natives wouldn't understand what the fuck you saying, nigga. And as it was said, they were just getting y'all from all over the West Coast. So that means those different tribes over there, they probably didn't speak the same language either. I mean, the shit ain't adding up.
How come you niggas ain't paying homage to South America and the Americas for one of the Africa's main dishes, nigga? You owe that to us. And yet y'all keep trying to say we need to be African. No, nigga. Without America, y'all wouldn't even have an essential part in y'all culture.
Shit, that's food.
The disrespectfulness of you niggas. It's just like
how is she the motherland? How is she the motherland and she can't feed her fucking children? You can't make this up. And then when you go and look up natural springs, there's none in Africa. But that's a new fucking land, nigga, that they just recently brought up out the water. Y'all better learn how they bring land up out the water. They should tell you that with the motherfucking things down in Louisiana and all down there, how they raise land up with those what you call those the levees. They built levees to rise fucking land up. That is exactly what the fuck they do. They brought this land up out of fucking water. And it wasn't them. It was your people that did it. Y'all can keep on thinking y'all those motherfucking Island of Monroe motherfuckers if you want to. Some of y'all look like y'all on the Island of Monroe though, for real, for real. When you start digging into the shit, y'all look like y'all some goddamn mutts and mutts.
Now look at this, y'all. Once again, they trying to Africanize people who ain't African. Listen to what they say. The Gullahs adopted Indian clothing. Why? Why would they adopt Indian clothing if they already connected to Indians?
You don't look like these people. Wait a minute, but you don't look like these people though, remember? Now why would you be running around with they shit on and you don't look like them?
And why would they be in the slave
Make that
trade?
make sense.
Why would they be in the slave ports beside you and neither one of them can tell the difference between which is which? They just like we're like the Native and the African being sold together, but nobody's drawing no Native Americans at the slave auction.
Nigga, ain't no natural springs in fucking Africa. You better go do your research. You just like jumping your ass in the goddamn check. Go do some real research, nigga. Don't Google, go pull up the fucking map.
So let me finish this up. It says the Gullahs adopted Indian clothing while the Indians acquired a taste for rice and appreciation for Gullah music and folklore. But the Gullahs were physically more suited to the tropical climate and possessed an indispensable knowledge of tropical agriculture. And without their assistance, the Indians would not be able to cope effectively with Florida's environment. What?
Don't that sound backward?
So without the Gullahs, the Indians wouldn't be able to survive in Florida. Wasn't there already Indians in Florida? How they would survive? So it goes on to say, the two groups led an independent life in the wilderness of northern Florida. So But you just said they mixed the culture together. They wearing the clothes. The Indians eating the rice. How did they live independent after being just so interdependent? Rearing several generations of children in freedom. And they recognized the American settlers and slave owners as their common enemy. The Americans called the Florida Indians Seminoles. The Americans called the Florida Indians Seminoles. From the Spanish word cimarron, meaning wild or untamed. When did it mean African? Okay. And they called the runaway Gullahs Seminole Negroes, or what? Modern history. What'd you say?
Oh no, you got it. I was just gonna say something about how they bring the Seminoles into it. If they was kicking ass and they was running away earlier than that, that don't sound right.
It doesn't. It's inconsistent. Modern historians have called these free. It says modern historians have called these free Gullah frontiersmen the Black Seminoles. The Seminole settlements in Spanish Florida increased as more and more runaway slaves and renegade Indians. Now, they're not telling you at the same time that they're saying the African slave trade is happening, ladies and gentlemen. What's really going on is this. This is what's really going on. You understand? Ain't shit African about it. They telling you this is the story Africanized into the Atlantic slave trade, transatlantic slave trade. So the Seminole settlements in Spanish Florida increased, and as more and more runaway slaves or plantations where white people wasn't at, and renegade Indians where, what is a renegade Indian? One that won't get down with these crackers? Is that what that means?
The wild Indians. The wild motherfuckers.
And they escaped south. So what they're not telling you is that the renegade Indians are the slaves. Do you understand? That's according to their narrative. The slaves who are being sold in Charleston slave port is these people. It's the Native fucking Americans in Charleston, no? In the colony of Carolinas. These are the people that they saying ran off the plantations. The same people that they saying that was on the plantations, relatively isolated, growing rice and shit. Same people, in the same region, in the same area. Right? Same fucking tribe, with the same fucking name, in the same fucking area. You understand? So, back to these niggas. So now, they're Black Seminoles. Now listen, it says, and conflict with the Americans was sooner or later inevitable. So they've been having conflict with the Americans. Gullah, Geechee people, and them Indians and them Mississippians being busting heads. They were skirmishes. So now we in the 1800s. So now this is hundreds of years of enslaving Indians and sending them back and forth and disenfranchising. And these niggas is still bucking against Big Bad Daddy Spain and goddamn United States, which is only like what, 20, 30, 40 years old, maybe at the time. It says there were skirmishes in 1812 and 1816. In 1818, General Andrew Jackson led an American army into Florida to claim it for the United States. Why do you think the fucking Gullah Geechee corridor goes from Jacksonville, North Carolina to Jacksonville, Florida? Huh?
Why you think they don't teach nothing about the Gullah Wars in history class in any school? They don't teach about that for a reason.
So check this out. And war finally erupted. The blacks, who are the Indians, but they're saying the blacks and the Indians fought side by side. Why? Because they was the Indians fighting for their land. The same place they have geographically inhabited for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Okay? This is why they couldn't fuck with them, because they had home field advantage. True home field advantage. When you home, you always got home field advantage. Understand this. So, war finally erupted. The blacks and the Indians fought side by side in a desperate struggle to stop the American advance. But they were defeated and driven south into a more remote wilderness of central and southern Florida. So they still in Florida. General Jackson, later the president, referred to the First Seminole War as an Indian and Negro War. In 1835, because the Indian is the Negro, I just want y'all to catch that. It's an Indian and Negro War. That's like saying this is a Black and African American war. Okay. In 1835, the Second Seminole War broke out, and this full-scale guerrilla war would last for 6 years. And claimed the lives of 15 cracker soldiers, because we ain't calling them Americans. Fuck that. The Black Seminoles waged the fiercest resistance as they feared that capture or surrender meant death or return to slavery. Why would they fear that? Because they were enslaving Indians. You understand? And they knew what that shit meant. And they were more adept at living and fighting. Hold on one second. You can get some more if you need. Hold on. Good. All right, so they were, it says, hold on, where was I? Okay, it says, the Black Seminoles waged the fiercest resistance as they feared that capture or surrender meant death or return to slavery, and that they were more adept at living and fighting in the jungles than their Indian comrades. Why? The fucking wilderness of South Carolina and Georgia allegedly let them tell it. What's wilderness and jungles? Why the fuck wouldn't the Indians be able to survive in this? Because them niggas ain't them niggas. The people of the land can survive off the land, no? But you bring some foreign type motherfuckers in here, they don't fare too well usually, especially in Florida and in the Mississippi Delta. So, the American Commander General Jessup informed the War Department that this, may be assured, is a Negro and not Indian war. So this is not Tonto's war. This is a nigger war. These are niggas kicking our asses. And we can call them whatever we want. We're going to call them whatever the hell we want to call them because they're kicking our asses. So we need to call them African now. Because the Indians are kicking our asses. So we got to fight this a better way. Okay? So a U.S. congressman of this period commented that these black fighters were contending against the whole military power of the United States. Them same little rice growing farmer Gullah Geechees. Y'all believe that? Nigga went from farm picking collard greens and cotton and shit, then just woke up and said, bitch, we about to ride on the government. Put that garden hoe down. Let's go. We riding off against the strongest military power that's just been conquering thousands of motherfuckers, been killed millions through genocide, and we watched enslaved motherfuckers for hundreds of years now. Let's go get it. But not only did they decide to make that decision, them niggas actually gave them hell. It says when the army finally, when the army finally captured black Seminoles, officers refused to return them to slavery, fearing that these seasoned warriors, accustomed to their freedom, remember, Gullah's supposed to be the ones that ran off the plantations. They was also supposed to be the ones on the plantations with no white people. Accustomed to their freedom, they also could be classified as free white or free populations, right? Or free colored populations. At some point, I would assume because they have towns and cities. You understand? And villages. So it says accustomed to their freedom, they would wreak havoc on the southern plantations. In 1842, the army forcibly removed them along with their comrades to Indian territory, which is what is now Oklahoma, where we find our people at, no? Where they would roughly maybe 50 to 70 years later would bomb these same people.
Why bomb them when you could just send them back to Africa?
Them niggas wasn't going, RT. Them niggas wasn't going. But I gotta get up out of here, y'all. I've overstayed my stay. I have to get up out of here. I will try to come back tomorrow. Later on today and give y'all a little bit more of this shit. If not, we'll save it for tomorrow for Giveaway Friday. I hope y'all enjoyed today's stream, man. It is good to be back. I hope that y'all enjoyed the information today. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to say anything before we get up out of here, tribe?
Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. Y'all have a masterful rest of the day.
Yeah, this is a fire stream, man. I ain't mean to spoil what you was getting to earlier.
No,
I was talking a little bit too much.
No, you good, bro. Whenever something comes to your spirit and speak it, you know what I'm saying? You never know when it's a gem somebody else needed to hear, tribe. You know what I'm saying? So I love when people come and bring their information, you know what I'm saying? And you can't step on my toes, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm here just to bring this shit out, and it's only confirming what I'm already saying. So I wouldn't be mad at that whatsoever. Shout out to all the American Aborigines. I hope y'all have a great rest of the day. I hope y'all enjoyed today's stream. Tomorrow is Giveaway Friday, ladies and gentlemen. We needed 2 more donations to lock in that second giveaway for tomorrow. I will see y'all same time, same place. Hope y'all have a great rest of the day. Till next time. Peace.
All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. Don't what people say, we know the truth. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. Enough is enough of this garbage.
Listen to my war cry. I'm gifted. I done seen bullets soar by with my own eyes. I'm angelical. I am not of this world, nigga. That's what I'm telling you. My ears are my eyes. My eyes are my ears. I see what you saying. I hear what you feel. But you ain't talking about too much. That badge and that gun in your hand got you acting too tough. You crazy? Real soon niggas gon' bust back. Don't play with me. At the round table we gon' discuss that. We must protect us at all costs. If it means acting like Nat Turner cutting the master head off, let's do it. Freedom ain't free and peace ain't either. And if you married that woman, don't cheat on her or beat her. Gotta protect the queens. Let them know that we gon' love them. That's by any means. Treat every man like your brother. Only if he for the cause though. Cause most of these niggas still living lost though. Miserable lost souls. As the Lord weeps when an angel die. Gangsta paradise, the soundtrack of dangerous minds. I got a dangerous mind, when I aim at swine. Turn them pigs to bacon bits when I'm banging mine. Why should I turn the other cheek when you hit me first? Why should I pray for you when you trying to get me murked? That's mind elevation. I walk with both eyes closed, but my third eye's open, nigga. That's how I know the people all is foolishness. Before I sell my soul for a steak, I'll forever eat tuna fish. Let us bow our head and say a prayer. Heavenly Father, are you listening? Are you there? Do you care about them crackers shooting niggas down? And if you do, let us know what we should do now. War cry, protect the women and the children. Bloody revolution. If you told it, you better pull it. Only a foolish man will believe in this racist system. It's time to fight back. Ain't no more time to play the victim. All Muslims, all Christian, all Jehovah's Witness, all 5%ers. If you black, you still a nigga. Take the veil from off your eyes. I peeped the false statements, allegations, and other words. I saw them lies. Everybody got eyes, but everybody not gon' see. Everybody won't change, but don't nobody wanna bleed. War cry when it's on its own. 2 straps, 1 black and chrome. It's a new world order, and I gotta protect my own. Gotta protect my home. Searching my house without a warning. I spit one at your dome. I'm a man first, you gon' respect that. Violate my human rights, you getting left where you stand at. They're attacking and abusing me. And if you black, keep your black dollars in the black community. No longer will we suffer punishment. Middle finger to the Constitution. Let's build our own government. War cry. Listen to my war cry. Listen to my war cry. Listen to my war cry. My bloody war cry. My bloody war cry. It's time to fight back. The revolution is now. They kill us, and they film themselves killing us. It's time that we reprogram our mind.